Welcome back, everyone, to Session 2 of D&D. Who wants to recap what happened last week? That's right, we do weekly recaps.
I believe we came across a bunch of corpse stealers. We killed them. We didn't mean to kill most of them, but some of us are bloodthirsty, apparently. And Nathan was like, "Why'd you kill them?" And we said we tried not to. Me and Andy argued, but then they got dead. But then we passed the test on the morality test, where we didn't steal the stuff they stole and returned it to the groups.
All right, anyone want to add on to that? Anything else, or are we accepting that as our?
Well, we can go more in detail in seeing the different villages that these guys were, stealing bodies from. But yeah, I think it's a good.
It's a summary, not a description.
Yeah,
That's fair. It's fair. Well, it's been a few days since you guys completed your last mission, or your first mission, I should say. You guys have rested, and you guys are back once again at the Adventurers Guild to pick your next mission and begin that. You wouldn't be meeting in the main room. You guys would be meeting on the first floor where the mission board is. Taking a look at it, it doesn't look like there's anything too different than last time. There's no missions that have been taken down other than the one you guys have completed with the body snatchers. Everything else is pretty much the exact same as far as you guys can tell. Whether or not there's been a mission that been put up and taken back down in the past couple of days, who knows? Yeah. Nathan is there looking as he always does. He seems happy to see all of you once again. He says, Nathan's voice. Good to see you all again. Yes. It's not too often you see all the adventurers return after their first taste of danger, but seeing you six together is good. Good news. Means maybe there's some hope for your group after all, that you all stick together. But yes, you guys have another mission you guys want to pick? You guys want to explore? Take a nice relaxing week? What is the feelings you guys have? And he gestures to the board.
I'll go around to the group. You guys got any preferences?
Well, nothing really sticks out to me, and I was kind of pushy about the last one anyway, so I'll go along with if anybody else has anything they'd like to do.
I'd like one with some good payment this time.
Yeah. What pays the most is usually the best.
Well, that'd probably be this letter delivery.
There's also the herbal gathering, which is on the same facet we were just on.
True, but that's also a bronze mission. We could die if that happens.
But later deliveries for 70.
We could die if we do anything if we're stupid.
I think yeah.
Yeah, you can simply die by getting out of bed in the morning if you hit your head on the wrong thing.
True enough, but shouldn't we mitigate the risks and not take the higher missions yet?
I'm not saying that I'm inherently in favor of one mission over the other. I'm just pointing out that there's risks in everything. Believe me, I know.
Well, if we go by reward alone, the mission concerning these thieves would be the most rewarding, assuming we keep an iron mission.
The 150 gold pieces is for the group, so split among 6.
25. Yeah.
Technically, I believe that the Stop the Banditry is the same mission, and it's 200 gold pieces split among 6.
Well, it's likely that if we stop the banditry, we're gonna have to deal with the thieves anyways, because they're probably the same group. So that means we have 2 missions worth of risk.
Why do you think they're the same group? Nathan asks.
Oh, they're in the same place. Darkfor.
Could be.
And both say they're short individuals.
Nathan nods, not saying anything.
Did it ever occur to you that maybe both groups have put a bounty out on each other? I mean, I don't know how the bureaucracy of this guild works, but it seems to me like if they had some sort of turf war going on, they could put a bounty on each other.
Is
Yeah.
possible.
Do you think there's
Make it
two different
interesting.
groups? Nathan asks.
Oh, I don't know. I'm not claiming to know anything here. I'm just recognizing the possibility.
Okay. It's good to think all possibilities so you can plan for the best
Give the
number
DM
of.
extra plot lines.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Scribbles around. It's two different groups. Well, you should know that these are missions. Nathan points out, commissioned by two of the guilds underneath the Convergence. One being the Mirian Guard, and the other the Elysian Protectorate. Neither of which are known for banditry or thievery. So, yes,
Yeah,
as much
so
as
it
I
means
go-
they're pretty good at hiding it.
Fair point, Charles. Fair point.
Phoenix just laughs and looks Charles dead in the eye.
No, just looks innocent, like no.
Has anyone looked at the supply delivery mission?
Where is it? Supply here.
Town of Huffville has delivered supplies to be taken to the Pentacost.
The supply delivery means we might run into bandits,
Hmm.
the ones that are commissioned to deal with.
No, it's on a different facet though.
Facet travel isn't too difficult, but
I still vote for
What
letter
interests
delivery.
me is that bonus.
Yeah, I must say the elf potion.
I don't need it. I have fire. He'll just say with like a little flicker of flames on his hand.
What if you run out?
I don't run out.
Wait, so you can burn permanently? Like if we put you in the ocean, you'd still be burning?
I have not tried swimming. No,
Can you
I
drown?
can't say.
Do you have to breathe?
I assume so. I mean, fire needs oxygen the same as people do.
Well then, technically you can go out then if you die.
Yes, in the event that I die, I will run out of fire. That is a hypothesis I've been basing my life on for a while now.
Hmm.
So do you think we could revive you with oil?
Can you revive a completely dead fire with oil?
Well, there's still embers.
No, you need some matches and ventilate
matches
well,
on
and it
dead-
would go fine. You
Well,
see?
the way you're phrasing it makes it sound like fire is part of your life force. So would oil work like a health potion for you?
I haven't tried dying and throwing oil on myself, if that's what you're asking.
Well, why don't we have you drink
Hmm.
oil next time you need a health potion and see what happens?
I think that may cause the death.
It's your choice. I'm just giving you a suggestion.
Daniel's just gonna clear his throat. Point being, a health potion this early in our careers would be really advantageous for all of us, I'd say.
Oh yes.
I'm partial to the herbal gathering, mostly because I would be intrigued to see the gathering of druids out that way. However, I'm fairly impartial otherwise.
Hmm.
Gwilric's just checked out.
Yes, but the herbal
Oh, I'm sorry.
gathering-
I was just that whole conversation about the fire and the oil just too much for me at this point right now.
Alright, well,
Likewise.
let's take a vote. I vote for letter delivery personally, and that's one vote for that.
How common are wolves in the forest? Because 10 gold piece for one dead wolf. It's
Well, it's pelts, so we have to scrape them correctly, wouldn't we?
Nathan would point out that you guys are able to take more than one mission at a time.
Just rip the
You
whole
said there was
jarboard with us.
2 missions. belonging in a single facet?
The two different bandit ones. Could we theoretically accept both the bandit ones, take out the bandits, and collect both rewards?
I would assume.
Nathan would say if they are the same group, no. In this context, he pauses. He's thinking. He has that look like a teacher's trying to phrase a question in a way that you can learn something. He's like, "Have you read the two missions truly, and seen their objectives?" He asks.
One does say to
Deal
just
with
end
them.
the threat, and one says to bring them in. So technically, bringing them in ends the threat.
Yes.
Yes, but what if you were to flip it around? He says.
Yeah, so one says bring in the bandits. So we would have to make them prisoners and, book them to the guards, while the others just say to end the threat. So,
That would
Out.
explain why one of them is bronze and the other one is iron.
That
It's
sounds,
typically easier to kill someone than it is to capture them alive. Yes.
that sounds
As we saw the other day.
Mm-hmm. He nods, looking at all of you.
Well, why don't we
What
just
about
wolf
the
pelts
rest
is
of
always
y'all?
standing? Why don't we just take wolf pelts since it's an always standing mission? And then we find any wolves in the way, we'll just kill them and take their pelts. Then we have extra money, and then we take it on the second mission.
Not a terrible
we-
idea. I'm still convinced that we could subjugate and deal with a threat at the same time. They're both commissioning this.
I know, but you had some bad
Hmm.
luck last time. You got your ass kicked by the sun.
Nathan would say if you have questions about the wording of something, you could always go to the secretary or the representative of the guilds for clarification.
Oh, for clarification, this is the first time I've ever played a selfish character, so he's just like, I want money.
Nathan's just,
I'm usually the moral centers. I always play the cleric or something.
because
So
as a DM, I have all the answers up here. I know exactly what you can do and can't do, but I'm like, I
Well,
can't just
here's the
tell
thing,
you as
here's the
Nathan.
thing, you want money, but if you're dead, you can't use money. And the bandits seem like they're more trouble than they're worth at the moment, because we're not exactly the most experienced adventurers. Am I wrong?
fine.
Nathan does
I'm-
point out you are a larger than average size group.
You trying to get us
This-
killed, Matt?
If we accept both,
The DM is not trying to
Then-
get you killed.
we could accept both, and theoretically, if we kill them, then we cash in one, and if we happen to catch them alive, we cash in the other.
I stand by my vote for the letter, and I'll stand by the vote of the party.
I'm
that
willing to take
case-
both. Only we do thieves first and get that money. Get a little
I
bit of a
agree.
head start for the bandits.
I agree with Daniel here. I believe taking out the thieves would be the best test of my combat prowess, which is why I'd like to go take out those thieves. I think we should take the wolf pelts as well, in case we run into any wolves on the way.
Wolf Pelt's forever standing, so it's just always here if we keep running into wolves, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, that's how the
I
phrase
mean,
I'm
if we
understanding
get-
it, right, DM?
Yeah, correct. So you don't have to literally take the mission.
Yeah.
You can just bring in the wolf pelts and you will get paid for them.
Oh,
I vote for herbal gathering. I'd be intrigued to investigate these mushrooms.
I mean, mushrooms, you can. I don't know how rare these mushrooms are, but 20 gold piece for a mushroom, it's pretty good, I think.
They're hard to get, and there's supposed to be beasts
Mm.
around the area, but I think we could deal with beasts decently well.
Nathan is just not putting any input in, just seeing how you as a group work together to figure out what you want to do. It's fascinating, in his opinion. And by his opinion, I mean the DM's opinion.
I said my
There's a-
piece. I'm letting you guys decide now.
Me as well.
You guys have to, as a group, you should work together for goals. You should, Nathan says, and
Yes, yes.
so-
Gwilric, what are you thinking?
Well,
And Charles,
I mean,
you both been quiet.
From what I'm hearing, it doesn't sound like if I had a preference, it would overrule or outweigh the current inclinations towards the banditry related posts. I will say, though, that if we are going to go after those bandits, we should talk strategy a bit. Because when we got to that shack, to borrow a phrase I've heard since interacting with you small folk, things went tits up pretty fast. People were going off in their own directions. There was no communication of plans or capabilities beforehand. And, well, one of us, and I pointed Phoenix, almost got killed. So,
When did I almost get killed?
well, you got
So hard.
the piss beaten out of you pretty heavy there at one point.
Yes, when I entered the room full of people that I wasn't aware of at all. Yep, no, I would agree with our very large friend.
And if you haven't noticed, I could take a beating if any of it had come in my direction.
I also assume you could give a beating if you could hit it with your weapon once.
It was... I make no excuse. I was... Yes, it was not... my strikes were not as good as I would have liked. But my point is, if we're gonna go after thieves and bandits, we're gonna need to be able to work together in combat.
I mean,
agree.
even if we took herbal gathering, it would be worthwhile to say the same thing. There's
Oh yes, definitely.
large
I'm just
beasts
saying...
and lots
I'm
of
just saying,
potential for fight.
Right. I'm just saying, if we're gonna try... If you all are drawn to the luster of the reward that comes with the bandits thing, that's fine. Just let's, whether it's that or the herb gathering, let's be sure we know what we can do in combat so that we don't all end up dead from being a bunch of crazy kooks.
Nathan gives a thumbs up and says, "Good thinking, Garlic."
Stop calling me that.
What's her name? Isn't it? It's Garlic, right?
Yes,
Wilrick.
it is actually.
Gwilly?
Free Gwilly.
Gwilly. Gwilly. Yeah. Okay. You're not saying no, so I'm assuming it's right.
Are there any... I turn to Nathan with just total deadpan expression.
Yeah.
Are there any openings in any other groups? You know, with any other supervisors? Just
Maybe
wondering.
one or two. He says. I don't know.
You know, I'm
I'll
sure
give him,
they...
like a punch in the arm and just be like, come on, you wouldn't want to leave us so early.
When you punch the arm, have you ever punched a punching bag?
Yeah, just afterwards, kind of like,
Yeah.
It's a bit more dense than that.
behind his back, shaking out his hand like, that hurt.
It's like I
Well, Nathan's
take
like-
Wilrick to the side. Wilrick, I think this is a test. I think he's testing your patience on the battlefield for like battlefield stress.
Look, I don't
sometimes
mind
you'll have to
cute
deal with escorts
nicknames,
like this.
but not Garlic. Don't call me Garlic. That's just...
I know.
Have you smelled garlic?
Yeah.
And
I
I'm
mean-
talking to Nathan.
Nathan's like, well, I haven't on my bread before.
Yeah, well, and I raised my trunk. I have smelled garlic. It's not pleasant.
I'm just gonna whisper in Nathan's ear, his name is Garth.
Garth.
This is
It's so hard to pronounce his name. It's so weird.
It's Garth.
Garth. Oh, Garth. Okay, thanks. But Nathan's like, but anyways, well, why don't we focus on ones you don't want to do? Maybe that can help you narrow down your choices.
A question, DM?
Yes, player Ben, Daniel.
Or yeah, would we be able to tell where wolves are native to on a facet? Or
Well, if you had a player who's been in a facet with that kind of knowledge, then yes. You would know wolves would be in forested areas. They wouldn't be in deserts. They wouldn't be in tundra. Maybe like winter wolves be in tundras, but like those are gonna be a bit tougher, of course, to get the environmental aspect. But like forested areas.
No,
like you would
in
know.
desert, it's foxes.
Yeah. Now, specifically where they be in those areas, you wouldn't know. You have to track them down, maybe do some research, things like that.
okay. Thank you. Sorry.
You're very welcome. Hopefully that answered your question.
Yeah.
so. What's the votes on so far?
I'm still for letter delivery.
Herbal gathering.
Well, you got letter delivery, you got thieves, pelts, herbal gathering, and banditry.
We'll just
I think
assume-
supply
Can we just assume
out of
pelts?
6, you want 5 of them.
I voted
So-
for taking thieves and stop the banditry at the same
I'm
time.
with Daniel on the thieves and the banditry.
Okay,
That's 2.
Gwilrick?
I'll hold off until everybody else has said where they stand, in case I'm a deciding vote. I
Okay.
doubt I will be, but you know.
Well, let's see. Who's voted so far? 1, 2...
We're missing Charles and Gwilrick.
Andy, which one did you voted for?
He wants to go to herbal gathering, also
Got
saying
it.
that there can be wolves along the way potentially.
And then Dusty wants the letter still. Okay.
Yeah, I would go with the gathering mushrooms and killing wolves.
Okay,
so we got
Gwilrick's the
2
decider.
All things considered, I think I'm in favor of, between those two, going for the herb gathering. That way, at least the things we'll have to figure out our combat dynamics around won't be as smart, potentially, as bandits.
I'm
If
surprised
that's
you
the way
assume
you want to
bandits are
go.
smart.
I mean...
Animals
if they're-
are incredibly intelligent, actually.
Well, I'm not saying they're stupid, but I'm certainly not saying that. It's just that animals do not do as much tactical thinking as people are capable of doing.
That's where you would be wrong. The druid will immediately pipe in. You would be very surprised. Their pack tactics and their abilities to...
That's a
Communic-
matter of instinct, not thinking. Now, I'm not saying that people are inherently capable of critical thought. There's certainly evidence of the contrary, but I'm just pointing out that if we're going to go up again to figure out our combat dynamics, I'd rather do it against things that do not wield actual forged weapons and wear actual armor. Born with it, fine.
Makes sense.
Well, we have the votes right now, so it's for herbal... Wait, that's not my fucking Dusty voice. We have the votes now, so we're going to herbal gathering.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right.
All right.
And you also be doing the wolves as well, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Like you said, that one's always open.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Nathan nods a little bit. Kind of takes a second glance at the board, at the more specifically the iron ranks, and then at the herbal gathering you guys are doing. He's like, "Alrighty then."
All right. That being said, the later delivery could have been done in, at the same time of wolf killings, but yes.
Okay. Well,
Mhm. Just
what do
in
you
case
guys-
we want to do it later.
So how you guys are going to go about this? You go to secretary. I'm assuming you guys are going to, check mark that you guys accepted those 2 quests. So what do you guys do now?
All right. Let's talk strategy.
We gotta make our way back.
How much
We
is a
gotta make our
health
way to that
potion,
path.
DM?
It is 25 gold. Unless you can find a place with a cheaper price.
Can I haggle?
Unless you can find a place with a cheaper price. The standard places are going to have it at 25 gold. You need to find a specific place that
Okay.
isn't like, a big business or whatever. Basically, if it's a convergence, unless I say otherwise, you're not going to be able to haggle.
I can afford 1 health potion.
Can I?
Yeah.
Did you add the currency, or were we supposed to add that last session?
You were supposed to add it to your character sheet last session.
Okay.
And
No,
it's up
how
to you
much
guys
did
to
we
maintain
make?
your own items.
Mhm.
It was 15 gold each. And you had the fancy magic cleaning stone.
Yeah, I added that one. That's what I got.
So
Okay.
it was 15 gold pieces. Yep.
And 25 for a health potion. I'll say. Well, money is a bit like manure. It's only good when you spread it around. I think I'm gonna go buy a potion.
I think... use this for books.
Money is good when you don't do that. I'm gonna say I don't consider money to be the same as shit. So I will not be doing that.
As I'm taking the potion off of the shop counter where I purchased it, I'll just say, "Oh, so you won't want me to feed this to you then? Duly noted."
And I won't heal you next time you're down.
It'd probably be better if you keep it though, Glorick, because like if you get hit that hard, you're gonna need it because you're gonna be out front.
Oh, I know. I'm gonna hold on to it. My point is, I may need to feed it to somebody.
Gotcha.
Hmm.
Got a
My
point.
cat's here. I'm trying to tempt him to come say hi. Well, talking strategy then, I am able to heal both myself and others, and I'm not one to say I will take many hits myself. This is the money maker. I like to keep it that way. He says he's got like burn scars and shit all over himself.
It's like I'm looking around for like a bank or a piggy bank or something.
I'm standing
Anyways.
there, visibly confused at the expression moneymaker. It's an idiom that I am not yet familiar with.
I don't see any alchemical objects on you. And isn't alchemy turning into something gold illegal?
It's a phrase. Okay. Nah, you know what? Why did it add cleaning rocks as a weapon on my sheet?
I mean, if something's really dirty, getting it clean could be an attack.
It would be considered an improvised weapon, which would be a standard dex attack, followed by 1 point of damage if you hit.
Funny thing, that's
If we
actually a weapon in Ultra Kill.
It's a hidden vulnerability of Atiox. I'm remembering the right monster, right?
I believe so. It sounds right.
Yeah.
I know we voiced concern about showing restraint towards humans, but do we feel the same way towards any beasts we encounter on this?
Only if they can talk.
We treat beasts with respect. Nothing suffers.
The way of life is to die, so
Yeah.
if something persists and it takes death to keep it from killing us, that's what it takes.
Always give it a human death, One swift stroke, no need to make them suffer.
And of
Yes.
course, if we can leave it be, I'm always prone to say we do.
No reason to go, I mean, I could probably withstand it, but I've always told there's no reason to go poking hornets' nests.
I would recommend you not to do it.
Is that what happened to your face?
My face is perfect.
Sure, keep telling yourself that.
Yes.
In any event, Phoenix, since it sounds like you're somebody we might depend on when things get rough, and so you might want to leave initial exploring to others. Make sure you have at least one other member in front of you at all times.
That sounds like a decent plan, for sure. Who wants to be my human shield?
I mean, if you're
Correct.
really good at hiding, you
I'm
don't
not
need to have
human.
someone with you.
But you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody who'd be better able to cover you from the front. I'll say that much.
I knew you loved me.
Oh, I'm saying I wouldn't... I'm saying I'm gonna cover you from the front whether I want to or not. I'm much bigger than you if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, no, it just dawned on me. You are a lot bigger. I didn't notice that before. Did you guys know
That you were tiny?
Fenix just like face palms and he's like, the art of sarcasm has not been taught to many of you, has it?
Mm.
Oh, I'm aware of sarcasm. I just don't give a fuck about it.
I'm just no-selling you because you could use a humility break.
I could not.
I like that. I like that idea, Dusty.
I
Phoenix
wouldn't mind.
definitely doesn't pout.
I wouldn't mind leading
Deception
the
check.
flaming one into any situations. I could take a beating myself, and I got this big sword right here, so I don't mind being near the healer in case I need to be near the healer.
That's fine. I have a tendency to, when combat strikes, my inclination is to go rushing in when there's a clear opponent. So if you are willing to be more on standby in terms of protecting the support, then that's good with me.
All right, sounds like a good plan.
Meanwhile,
what
I
time
can
of-
rush in and hopefully draw the fear and the ire of our enemies.
Good.
What time of day is it currently?
It is morning right now.
Okay.
I assume we're
And-
doing this. We're walking and talking.
Well, you did a little bit of
I'm-
shopping, and you did some walking and talking, some, yeah. So
Charles, Dusty, anything you want to add to our strategy talk?
while you guys talk strategy, I'll be right back in 3 minutes. I need to go grab a book.
If possible, I would prefer like staying like maybe a bit far away from the main fight, but I can go and assist one of you if needed.
I can just make anything you do better.
Now who needs the confidence boost?
No, that's just literally one of my abilities. I can make. With my little harmonica, I can do this. Boo-doo-doo. Inspire.
Spryer. I'll never refer to it as bardic inspiration. It's bardic inspiration.
Yeah.
Inspire. Inspiration.
You're better.
Also, I can heal too, but I have very limited spells.
Fair enough.
That sounds like
Well,
you should.
you don't need to know how to heal yourself. You just get rid of your opponents very fast.
Daniel, what can you do in combat?
Honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out, but I seem to pack more of a punch than I think, which is why things got a little carried away during our last mission. But I'm really good with the bow.
All right, so
Mm.
we got two kind of tanky fellows, and then everyone else is kind of support.
As
Seems
long as
like.
we're aware of each other's capabilities, that should go a long way the next time we find ourselves in a scrape. I'll also
I can
Oh,
also
say,
like
If
I'll-
one of you is next to one of our opponents, I can help you without a problem and do some quite good damages with that.
you're probably going to want to stick near me then, because I am going to be moving right up next to many opponents. And
Yes,
also,
I can
Yeah.
sneak next to them and you just charge and I just hit them from the back.
it's not something I'm able to do yet, but the training I've received, at some point, depending, I should be able to get the abilities that will make it so that enemies will have a harder time attacking people other than me.
Ooh.
I'm not quite sure how it's gonna work. I have a vague idea of it's gonna involve. Well, I am a bone dreamer. It's gonna involve. You're gonna see some weird ghosts at some point. I'll say that.
Mm.
Ghosts.
Yes, ghosts, spirits of my ancestors specifically. Well,
But I
akin at
don't
least.
believe in ghosts. There are stories made up to scare children.
Ghosts don't believe in you, so there you go.
Oh. Well, I
It's
think I can reach a level where I can have such, bravado towards the enemies that it will demoralize them, you can say, and I can just be much more, performant in fights.
I light shit on fire.
Mm.
I can also use a similar spell to, I believe Dusty was using last time. I can produce a magical fire that makes enemies shed light, makes them somewhat easier to target that way.
I just hope I hope I'm not caught in it. At the time I saw what it did, how it clung.
It's an unpleasant sensation.
I mean, one expression I've heard since come to the convergence is broadside of a barn. So a broadside of a barn that's sparkling, glowing, and obvious, that would very much be me if I were caught in such a spell.
Mm.
Yes, that's correct. Well then, I think that's all the strategy talk we really need. Unless anyone has any other hidden abilities they need to talk about.
Any more strategy talk will probably behoove us in more specific scenarios with more context, but for the time being, it's good to know generally what our capabilities are.
Mm.
Do have
Yeah,
a
I hear you
question
guys. I
whenever.
am trying to find a book with the thing for my notes because I didn't write down stats. So keep RPing amongst yourself, please. I'm sorry. Out of
No
all of
worries.
them I was expecting
I
to take,
guess.
Herbal Gathering was not one of them.
I guess this is a good opportunity for me to look up at Phoenix and be like, Flaming One, were you dang, what was the village the facet that we went to?
It was a brr 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 brr.
Yeah.
One.
That's what I figured.
Mhm.
I knew it wasn't a rule. Okay. Um how long have you been like this? And he would like point out, you know, the fire.
Like this? Oh, I was born this way.
You were born in flames. You just have a striking resemblance to somebody from long ago.
With that in mind, can I try to see if I recognize Caius?
Yes, give me a history check, please. I will use.
Oh, I forgot to turn off advantage. I'm gonna do that. I hate when it all use rules.
I
Advantage
would take the
toggle.
left one, and you rolled a 14. It looks like.
I always put it to toggle advantage because I like it better.
Yeah, I use toggle too. But if you accidentally roll advantage when you're not supposed to, then we just take the left one. That's like
Perfect.
the rule I use it as. Keeps things simple. With a 14, he looks more than vaguely familiar. Like you see, like how do I describe it? Like a cousin you haven't seen in a few years, but you distinctly remember them. That kind of relationship of familiarity. So you definitely recognize him, but like I'll leave it up to you as a player to determine how far that goes.
I'd say what with the him seeing that Caius recognizes him, Phoenix is able to kind of start putting the pieces together, like going through his brain. He's like, no, not a smuggler. No, not. Oh shit, I do know this guy. But we'll attempt to not let his face belay that. And we'll just be like, nope, born this way.
uh, well then, all right.
Can I make an insight check?
You can absolutely do that. I'm not that good at deception, honestly.
I just look over at FedEx and I say, I feel sorry for your mother.
Hey!
Ha!
Both of us with our 0 modifiers.
Nothing.
I'll also
He
make
seems
an insight
honest.
check.
Go ahead. we really
Oh, yeah.
rolling.
Oh man.
All
Double
right.
rolls out.
I guess so.
Dice don't have memory spans.
I'll just nod and then turn to Daniel and be like, "Now I definitely know you from the Scarforge days,
Yeah, there's no hiding the fact that you two don't know each other.
and you were the quick one."
I was. Not doing it anymore, as you can see.
Well, it's good to see a familiar face out here in these fantastical adventures that we hope to take.
Likewise. I remember you can fight pretty well. Don't mind that
Aye,
on my team.
and I'll continue to hone my craft.
This might not be related to strategy talk, but in case no one's noticed, this is actually a pretty foresty area. Odds are we might run into wolves here.
Yeah.
How would we
Mm.
go about carrying them?
Oh,
Or do
I
we send
assumed
them
you
on
were
the
just going
spot?
to make a giant pelt for Wilrick and then we could turn it in.
Daniel, like, stifles a laugh.
I mean, none of
I'd
us have
say
bags of holding or anything. So,
Hmm.
Gwilrick, how
Uh,
many pelts can you carry?
Mhm.
I don't know how much one weighs, but I can carry quite a lot.
Solution, Gwilrick.
I mean, can't carry as much as some others among mine, but probably can carry more than any of you. Hell, I could probably carry more than any of you and carry a couple of you in the process.
I stand by what I said.
That's the spirit.
Cool. Oh, I could turn my camera back on. I forgot my camera was off still. My bad. Don't look at don't look my notes.
If we can't, it's
This is-
it's blurred.
Okay, good.
don't worry,
Just in
I'm not
case I'm
recording
closing
it.
it. Cool. So you guys keep role playing. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt all that.
It's like, so yeah,
Unless you guys are done.
so Gwilrick making a giant pelt for Gwilrick, and then we turn the pelt in. Sounds good.
You say that, but wouldn't it be better to just roll the pelts up and bind them, and then I carry them like that?
Do we have enough rope?
I have rope on me, and I'm sure others do as well. I
I
hope,
have
I
rope.
have
anyway.
some as well.
Okay, everyone has rope, so we can do that. We can just make a giant wolf hay bale.
I mean, what good adventurer doesn't have rope? At least 10 feet.
Yeah.
I don't know. There's some places in town that like having rope too.
All right then.
Yeah, the docks need them for pulley systems constantly.
Question for the DM: would there be a place I could possibly pick up a herbalism kit?
Let me do a little bit of research real quick. Is that on the general goods for Player's Handbook?
It's it's equipment, tool, 5 gold pieces typically.
Then yes. It would be at the general goods store, and it'd be listed for 5 gold pieces. Yes.
Would it be possible for me to pick one of those up then?
Yes, it is. Yep. Anything in the Player's Handbook, it is super easy for you guys to get to at the Convergence. So
Yay.
it would take very little window shopping to find it. There's multiple stores that sell the same things for generally the same price. The Convergence government has a pretty strong firm on standard adventuring goods because the adventurers are the ones that go out and take care of the rifts. They do understand businesses need to make money, so all standard gear, aka Player's Handbook gear, is always going to be the same price on the Convergence itself. Outside the Convergence, they don't have as firm a grasp on prices, so you may find increased prices, you may find lower prices. So, and it's not unknown for people near facets, like Kirik's Chamber specifically. Like a potion there would be like 100 gold pieces near the rifts. Just because, it's such a dangerous area, it's gonna be much more expensive to get potions there.
Makes sense.
Hmm.
I also have a question for DM.
Yeah, I got an answer from my
The
players.
the description for the different facets, so like T cost, is
Mhm.
that something Nathan would tell us, or is that
That is
in?
general knowledge that everyone know about these facets.
Okay,
Yeah.
perfect.
So it's pretty standard information.
Cool.
Question for the DM as well. How do you, and we can discuss this after session if necessary. How do you run herbalism kits and creating potion of healings?
It is half the cost. If you have a
Sweet
kit
deal.
and you're proficient in it, it's half cost.
Ho ho ho.
Have a
When
Cool.
making
25
anything, it's always gonna be half the material, half the cost of the actual item itself.
Okay. So and that's typically 25. So what would it be? 13 gold pieces then?
Hmm. Are
Okay.
you proficient with herbalism kits?
I am proficient with herbalism
Okay.
kits.
It would cost you 13 gold pieces worth of materials, um, which again on the convergence would be pretty straightforward to acquire. So
Okay. Then I'm gonna go ahead and spend some of my money. Then I'll buy some herb materials.
Mhm.
And does it take a certain amount of time for me to do that? Like, do I have to do that over a short rest or something?
It is. Does it say on the actual thing, or is it DM discretion? It is.
It's DM discretion for most of the herbalism kit stuff. Honestly,
Makes
there's a lot
sense.
of homebrew rules, but
We are going to rule that it takes per potion is a long rest.
a long rest. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Per potion. I feel like that's a good balancing act until I find a more definite answer outside the session. So.
Sounds good. Well, I'll buy the materials. I'll mark
Mhm.
off that gold, and I'll just put in material for one potion.
Works for me. Yeah, because I'm ready to move on when you guys are. So, but
Yep.
yeah, it's good stuff. You guys do some role playing. I like it. You guys getting to know each other. Got some strategies planned out for dealing with the wielders, the stuff. So, you guys do some shopping around the convergence. I should mention the convergence when it comes to shopping. The convergence is a bustling hub of society. There's nowhere you can turn where you're not going to see a new face, new races, new everything possible. Humans, dwarves, elves, owlfolk, Genazis, Tritons, shifters, the occasional warforged. You're going to see the occasional, body modified people because of different races. You see humans with dragon wings. You see elves with extra arms. You see really tall gnomes and halflings. And that's just physical description. That doesn't include all their equipment, armors and swords and hammers and magical mounts and you name it. It's just a hubbub.
Our party
And with the
fits in.
huh?
Our party finally fits in somewhere.
Yeah. But with you fitting in, you also stand out because you have a giant elephant that's like you may see one other one on in every day or so. So, but no one pays you any mind. No one, everyone's got their own businesses. They're all going to either their guilds, their houses, their governmental houses, their own personal homes, their businesses. Maybe they're heading to the center pillar to go to another facet. It is a bustling city. It puts New York City to shame. Puts LA to shame. It puts every major city in the world to shame of how busy this place is. Hong Kong's got nothing on my convergence.
Mhm.
So, in terms of busyness. So, um, yep. And with the convergence, there are businesses, there are shops, but there's nothing unique out for sale that's within y'all's price range. I'll put it that way. There are things for sale on like street vendors and everything, but starting prices you're looking at 7,500 gold. So,
Don't steal anything, please.
There are guards everywhere, and as Caius would know, because he's done guard detail before as part of the army members, uh, it's bad idea. You're not going to get far on the convergence.
I wasn't considering it, but okay.
Yeah, people scary here. I would not suggest it.
Well, if you know the right people, things can go well.
I would mention Nathan doesn't seem to want to be on the convergence once you guys are on the streets. He's just ready to go. So as soon as you guys are ready to go and head to the portal, he's also like, finally, let's fucking go. I've been waiting forever for you guys to get going. He doesn't
I'm good
say
to
it, but
go.
that's like his vibe. So, all right, heading off to Cost, right?
Yeah, same place last time, right?
Yes. You guys appear at Galstwell. It is the same exact as last time. There's nothing uniquely different at all. Put the party tracker there. Boop. Boop. And then controlled by everyone. Cool. There you guys go. So what are you guys going to be doing? What's y'all's plan? What's your strategy? Where are you guys going?
Head west.
Yeah, I'd say that's pretty accurate.
How far west?
We're going to the
So
Emerald Tribe, right?
is it the Emerald Tribe that kind of has the more area that we're heading towards then?
You would not know. You just know the Emerald Tribe exists on the western half of Tacost, and that they are a tribe, typically of druids, but there could be other types of people there as well.
Like it wouldn't have anything like up here, like that's more the northern edge.
As far as you know, it says these red mushrooms are known to grow on the western edge of the facet. So that is up to player interpretation.
Is there any
Well,
chance
I
we could
was-
find a map in Galstwell?
A map of Tacost?
Yeah.
Yes, you would. Agaswell is like the city, they're like basically the capital city of Tacost, being the largest of the towns, cities, types areas. Like the population's up in the thousands here, so it's not tiny, but it's also not convergent size by any means. This entire facet could fit inside the convergence like 12 times over. So, but you do find maps of varying different detail. They have basic maps, which looks like this one, which you guys as adventurers could go into like a board somewhere in the Adventurers Guild, and this is what you would see. Typically, all the information you see on maps or I give to you guys is going to be things you guys can find with minimal effort, or your characters would just know naturally. So this map you see is for sale for people at starting at like a couple silvers, and there's more detailed ones. Specifically at Gastwell, there is a few of the convergence guilds do have booths, I guess you could say them, like representatives there. Specifically, notes. Two houses or two guilds are selling maps. You have the Facet's Militia, and then you have the Drainier are selling maps.
And what's the difference in price, or is it the same?
The Facet's Militia is selling their maps, which they say details hunting areas, and also details known like crime spikes, so like on the routes where bandits or unfortunate accidents typically happen. They're selling that one for 10 gold pieces. The Draenir are selling one, and it's a more detailed map, but it's just more about general descriptions of areas. So it'll be like, this area is known for this type of trees and these types of like fauna and things like that. And they are selling their map for 15 gold pieces.
I'll take
Since
the 15 gold pieces, Matt.
okay,
I think we can share the cost for maps because we will use it for the group.
I also want to purchase the other map too.
Mm.
you want to buy both? Okay.
I'm poor now. I spent like all my money. I have 7 gold pieces to my name.
While they're buying those maps, is there an herbalist of any sort in Gostwell?
In Gospel specifically, there is a potion shop there.
I want to go there and talk to the apothecary there about these mushrooms. Find out what they know about them, what they can tell us, like either their direct experience with them, if they have a sample of the mushroom so I could get a whiff of it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I would
And-
like to join Gwilrick.
Yeah, just find out more about these mushrooms that weren't stated in the mission posting.
Okay. Yes. So give me a real quick. Give me a general d20, just a flat d20, quick.
There it is.
8. Perfect. So you do find the store. It is called it's called Porter's Potions. You would see a tall, skinny wood elf is in there, manning the store. Looks for an elf, adults for sure, but it's hard to pin his exact age. They do live for a very long time and don't age visibly very much. And he has a myriad of potions for sale on stock. Not too many, like maybe 8 different kinds for sale, along with a couple like herbal pastes and 1 or 2 pills. And he sees, and when you enter, of course, this place is not made for your size, so you gotta like duck under the thing. You kind of gotta watch your head and like your bodies don't knock any potions over, and you have to buy them and things like that. And the elf doesn't seem surprised to see you at all. He just sees, from as far as you can tell, he just sees a potential customer. And he says, "Oh, hello, welcome, new customer. How are you? How can I help you? Would you be interested in perhaps a potion of shrinking?"
Fennec
That's why you're
laughs.
here.
Some other time. My conflagrated associate and I, we're actually here from the Adventurers Guild out of the Convergence, and
Mhm.
we're doing a task to gather some mushrooms that grow on the western side of this facet, and we were hoping that one who knows their way around various herbs, mushrooms, and other plants that go into potions and the like might tell us a few things about them that would help us in our search.
What kind of mushrooms are you exactly looking for?
Let's
Red
The,
mushrooms.
Red
Yes.
mushrooms, yeah.
Red mushrooms.
that grow near the western edge of this facet.
Oh, the red mushrooms. Ah, that's a bit better. I thought you were just looking for just any red mushroom. That makes so much more sense. Yes, the red mushrooms. I do know what you're talking about. Are you interested in them for personal use, or is this more you collecting them for others?
We're collecting them for a job.
For a job? I take it you're adventurous?
Like I said, we're out of the
Yeah.
Adventurers Guild.
Outstanding. Yes, yes. Well, these mushrooms are typically sought out by people who make various types of potions and herbal remedies and things like that. I myself, when I was younger, went out to get them, so I do know what you're talking about, and I know areas of where they can be found and things like that. But I am not going to tell it to you for free. I'm sorry. I'm willing to take a small donation to my store, and perhaps I am willing to educate future alchemists.
What's your price?
What is my price? Hold on 1 second. He thinks for a moment. He's like, a small donation of 30 gold pieces will be more
Ha!
than enough for me to tell
Well,
you where these
that
places
will be quite a lot, sir. Maybe there is something that we can, surveys that you may be looking for, on behalf of the Adventurers Guild
Well,
that we can do?
these mushrooms are, how I should say, very good at what they do. If you were to bring some back for me instead, I could tell you what they are as the other half of the payment of where they're at as well. Simply bring
Brody-
back one from each of you and call it even.
One
that's
for
far
each
more
of us, so that would be 6.
6 at total, yes.
I mean, that's we don't even know how common these mushrooms are,
That
Well,
would be
they're not
120 gold pieces worth of mushrooms, guys,
not-
out of character.
rare. They're not specifically rare, but they are, not they just grow everywhere like the grass either. The more dangerous part is the beasts that roam around that side of the facet. That's where the danger comes in.
For a general location, what would your price be?
For a general look, I mean, probably more specific than the western half of the facet. I'm assuming that's where everyone knows where they grow. Yes, yes. Just for where they grow in a general area,
Yes, because
I
I
will
mean,
accept 10 gold pieces,
10
and you
gold.
bring me back 1.
Well, I don't know what you think, guys, but I'm sure that maybe someone in Oakvale would be able to tell us where these mushrooms are, They are more on the west. Maybe, that we can find a farmer that need something fixed and who stumbled upon some of them in the forest.
Yes, or perhaps someone, that we could help with the bandit issue or something.
And perhaps, somebody who's not gonna try to shiest us out of some gold and would rather, help us and, not have us tell others of the guild not to come to their shop because they're not helpful.
Are you trying to make an intimidation check?
I actually am.
Wilwick took this in a very different direction than Charles was taking
He
it.
did.
Wilrick is annoyed right now. Not just because of this guy's
I
attitude,
loved
but
where
because
Charles
of
was
the
taking-
cramped space. He's like, this is stupid.
Yes.
I like the direction Charles was taking it. Wilrick's may hopefully be effective.
We'll see.
No, it was more like, okay, we get out of here.
Oh,
The shopkeeper's like, easy, easy. There's no need to make empty threats. No one's going to stop shopping here. I have a respectable customer base. All right. If you don't want to pay me 10 gold pieces to know a general location of where these mushrooms are and bring back 1 for me, that is your loss. All right.
does my map mention the mushrooms, like in regards to the fauna you described earlier?
It does. All it does say, and I'm working on updating the map right now. Here, let me circle back here. It's going to be in this general area here.
Oh,
Awesome.
well, we already have the
Okay.
general area then.
So
I
that
apologize.
forest, for like fauna, it does say the red mushrooms as part of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna gather everyone in the group and lay out the map on a table and point to that area.
A table like they're on this outside on the street, just like, hey guys, here, boom.
Yeah.
Why are we talking to this guy? Let's go.
All right.
like,
Nathan,
on
meanwhile,
the
is just like
table, he
standing to the
just-
side, remaining quiet.
It's just
Yeah,
throws the
Daniel's
drink
gonna
off the
overhear
table.
the commotion in the shop and be like, guys, I'm here, and just bring everyone outside.
Phoenix will, before stepping out, just turn to the shopkeeper and be like, "One herbalist to another. I am so sorry for my friends. I understand how hard it is to find people that respect the art."
We're friends.
First off, she did it after you guys left, so I'll give her that one. Just real quick, give me a persuasion check there, Phoenix.
Oh, I'm not good at those.
Hmm.
Let's see. Oh, that's bad. I'm not using my inspiration to make amends with an herbalist, though.
Yep, a 9. All he says is, you best just not come back
But-
with your big elephant friend.
I will definitely be ensuring he stays away. Should I return?
Nods stoically, and you guys have already left and everything, but
Yeah. What's the name of his shop?
it was
Porter's
Porter's Potions.
Porter's potions.
Yeah.
Porter's Potions.
Apple.
I'm standing outside of it, staring at the sign, taking it in. I just say, not gonna forget that one.
Phoenix will step out then and join the rest of the group. Again, Phoenix is the guy who's like, I don't care about anyone or their opinions, but actually does. And it's like, wait, no! At all times.
Mhm.
Well, should we get
He
on the
thinks
road?
he's...
Should we get on the road then?
It'll take a day and a half's travel to get to that part of the
Yeah.
facet, but yeah, we should definitely get started.
I mean, I think we
All
can
right.
follow the road up to this small village, and
Question. Oh yeah, better
Bef-
map.
so
Question.
Before we go, I do have a map that will actually also tell us about bandit activity on the way. We may want to either avoid it or just be more wary of those spots.
Well, if there are things we can easily avoid, we could easily avoid them.
mhm.
I'd just like to show them the map of all like the areas that could be dangerous.
One moment, my doorbell's ringing. I'll let you guys plan things out. Hold on.
Why don't we find a cart? Then we can cut down on travel time if we all just hang out on the cart.
We've
Carts
been
are
over this.
expensive.
You have any idea
Yeah.
how much gold that'd be?
No, I meant like we could hitch a ride with a merchant that's going that way anyways.
I doubt there are. It's called the Beastlands.
They can
Also,
train-
merchants are slow.
Yes, but
They're not
there is a small village, so maybe there are some
My neighbor locked himself out.
people traveling there.
DM, what is the map that shows all the activity? What else does it show again?
So there's the hold on one second here. I'm going through my notes and like updating it via this way because it's just easier, I think, than saying every little area. So there's the two maps. The first map is the one that has areas, which is what I'm updating right now, which is just like what they're called and like general area stuff. So like the White Forest, it just says like there's a lot of birch trees there and like general fauna. I'm not going to list everything out. It's just as you guys need to know it, I'll say yes or no to it. And there's the other map which has more hunting areas and known trouble spots. For like if there were to be bandits, these are like the main areas where bandits would get you because it's the least safe spot where the guards don't frequent as much and things like that. So just things of that nature.
Would we be able to tell where like wolves are? Would it say? that wolves are in
Wolves,
this
yes.
area?
So wolves would be pretty much any of the forest areas other than the White Forest is where
Alright.
the wolves would be.
Hmm.
So
Perfect.
yeah, and I am, like I said, I'm slowly updating the map as we go. I'm like looking at my notes. Oh, there's that place. Adding it on here. So
All right, so should we head out on foot then?
That seems like the best option.
Yeah.
Let's go
where are you guys going?
to the Beastlands.
To the Beastlands. Oh, you're going to
I
head
mean,
straight
I
there.
think first maybe you can rest in this village.
I was thinking
You
the
want to rest in
same
that
thing.
village? Okay.
Travel along the
Yeah,
road.
let's go.
so
To,
that-
Because,
let's
you
go
know-
to this village first. See if we can find anything else info wise. Then we head to the Beastlands.
Yeah,
I have all the
so,
info I need.
I'm just
but-
moving, so
You're good.
Yep.
It would take you
Because,
over
yeah,
a day to get there. So, are you guys going to camp out on the roadside on your way there?
There's another village on the way.
yeah, there is another one here, so that would be half a day, and then
What was I gonna say? My brain shut off.
You're good.
Sure, you didn't say it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there any bandit areas that we should be concerned about on the road?
So no, the main bandit areas are going to be along the road to Oakville and along the road to Snawville.
Mm.
Those are your hotspot areas. Everything else is frequented enough or too close to Gauswell to not have bandits. And then, of course, and that's just for roads. The entire areas outside of roads are always going to be dangerous areas for bandits because they are not frequented by guards at all. They just do have occasional patrols on the roads.
Well, we could, like, if we're going to camp about a day's, like, if we do a day's journey, we're going to end up kind of around here-ish,
Yeah.
which will put us
Or yeah. Either
semi-close to the
I
bandit
imagine
area.
or
I
yeah,
imagine
yeah.
with the shopping and stuff we did, it's got to be like late morning at this point, right?
It's past
Yeah, so
lunchtime at this
we will
point.
probably arrive in this
Yeah, we would
village
probably arrive in
for the
that
night,
village in like the
and
early evening, probably. So if there is an inn or something, we could stay there.
yes. And after we'll probably either we spend the second night in this village or somewhere in the wilderness. I believe because that's yeah, that would be almost 1 day to come here. So yeah,
So we're stopping the village then.
All right, we'll stop in this village here.
yeah, stop in this one, and if we stop in this one, it's yeah.
We will make our way to the part that the party's in right now.
Alrighty, you head to that. It's a small pit stop town. It is made to be a pit stop town up to between Gastwell and Oakvale and Snowvale. It has multiple inns, several stables. It is made to be, like I said, a frequent pit stop.
There,
So,
sorry.
but
Are
go
there
ahead,
any
what's your question?
guard? Are there any guards? Just kind of patrolling this little town.
Yeah, so not as many as like Gaustwell, but because it is a frequented spot area, it's also stopped by the roaming guard unit. So yes, they actually have a barracks there specifically for the guards along their route stops.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so it has like the Convergence banner, which is a 6-pointed star with the 6 house colors on it. So yeah.
So we're resting in this town, correct? I turn to the party and ask.
That's good.
Mhm.
I believe so. Yeah.
Right. Are you guys going to just find a place to sleep and pay, or are you guys going to sleep outside?
I'd like to go to the barracks and see if I could possibly convince them as a soldier to another soldier to see if they got any extra beds.
Give.
Six
Are you asking
extra
for yourself or for your party?
Feel like would be a huge ask. I could probably squeeze in one other person, probably not the elephant. I'd probably pick Daniel because we know each other.
I wanted to ask DM as well because I have this background feature called Rustic Hospitality. I wanted to know if that applies here.
Let me read it and see what it is because I don't have that one memorized. Rustic hospitality. This would help you in finding a place for you guys to sleep at, or if you
For
want
all of
to
us
sleep,
or just me?
it'd be just you, but you can get it. But I was like hand on head as a DM, like you could negotiate for cheaper prices easier.
So this would like apply at an inn, like a little bit of a cheaper price or rate for everyone then?
Yeah. It'd be a persuasion check, some RP rolling, blah blah blah, and we could figure out what happens. So, if you want to try to do that,
Yeah, I'll give it a shot before.
yeah. So, like I said, there's several different inns and of various prestigious, how should I say, fanciness. Because there are more noble like ones that are gonna cost you like 10 gold each for a single night. But there's a bit more down to earth one called the Hopping Halfling, and they are running prices at a silver, or sorry, 5 silver a night. But you can give me a persuasion check. And like before you were to check, like how do you like go in there and talk to them? What do you do?
Oh yeah, I'm like outside and I'm gonna see the most quaint looking one, which is the hopping halfling. And
Mhm.
Can you describe what it's like inside, like the kind of clientele? And
So on the outside, it's a fairly wide U-shaped building. Um, where like the front middle is going to be like your receptionist desk, and it's very small. It's not like a tavern by any means. It has like a few benches, maybe a table or two for people to like sit at, and then it has a secretary desk made of wood, and standing behind it would be a halfling standing on a stool. Um, you don't really see anyone else but the halfling there. But looking outside at people like going in and out of their rooms, it seems to be more maybe people delivering supplies for merchants, because you see them park their carts in designated stalls, which looks like you have to pay extra for. As
Okay.
they like lock them up with a key, which has like a little dangle on it, similar to like the keys for the in rooms.
So it's a trucker's motel, basically.
Yeah, basically.
But cozy.
It's very cozy, yes.
Daniel's gonna walk in, quietly wave to whoever he sees sitting, and just make his way to the reception.
Yep.
Good. Good. It's what time of day is it? Is it like night by this point?
It would be in well into the evening, nighttime. Yes.
He's gonna give a little bit of a yawn. God, I love the views out here in this facet. Uh, hard day of traveling with a group. Um, I looked at all those other spots outside, but this one just drew me. I can't say why. It seems more cozy and fitting for, well, someone who comes from the woods themselves.
Mhm.
What's your rate at the moment, if I could ask?
Well, we for each room it's 5 silver each. Each room can hold up to 2 people. He says.
5 silver each, 2 people. That's good. I have a group of. Sorry, I actually have to do real math out of character real quick.
6.
Thank you. I have a group of 6. Is there anything we can swing here that would be beneficial to us both? And can I make my persuasion roll at this point?
Yes, you can.
Awesome. Just straight or with advantage or?
Just straight normal persuasion check.
Okay. Big money, big money.
He says, oh, 6 people. Well, we do bundle deals. For 3 or more rooms, so we can do 3 silver per room.
Okay, what a kind fellow you are. Thank you. I'm going to recommend everyone here. I'm gonna
thank you.
put how many? So how many? 3 per room. Is anyone gonna
It's
share a
like
room?
9. It'd be 9
I'm
silver.
probably
for-
gonna need to have a room to myself.
Yeah.
That's
Oh, come
fine.
on,
So he
Rorik.
can
Mm.
he can take a room by himself, and I'll go down to the barracks and see
I'm
if
just
I
saying, if any of you, if we had a halfling or a gnome in our group, it would probably be okay. But as is, it's gonna be uncomfortable for both of us if I have to share.
Say that's fair since you'll probably be carrying most of the wolves when we're on our way back.
So 3 silver apiece then?
Mm.
Yep.
We can do 3 rooms at that rate.
Okay.
I only have gold, so I'm gonna hand him. How much would that be? Like 3. It's
1
10
gold.
silver equals 1 gold.
Yeah, it's a 10 to 1
Yeah.
ratio for
I'll
everything.
give him my 1 gold just right there on the spot for the
Mhm.
3 rooms and tell him to keep the change.
Oh, you're such a kind customer.
Oh, because that's
No,
1 silver
of
left. Yeah,
course.
that's fine.
Thank you.
So yeah, you give him the gold piece. He takes it, does money logging, and he'll hand you 3 room keys.
I thought you were saying
They
money
are
laundering
all
for a second.
on the first. They are all 3 keys are on the first floor.
I will distribute the keys to the group. I'll hand Glilrick his own. Be like, here you go, big buddy. And the other 2
I mean,
will
I
go
can
to...
I can pay for my own room if because otherwise 3 of you are gonna have to be in a room. That would be just as uncomfortable as sharing one with me.
I'm still gonna try to go to the barracks, so it's all good.
Oh,
Mm.
well, if you're sure.
Yeah, I want to talk to the soldiers in this town really quick.
So,
All right,
who do these other
Charles,
two
what do you
keys
say to sharing?
Mm.
Promise not to
I,
light you on fire.
I would prefer not to burn during the night, but you know,
I made a promise.
yes.
So you also and then Caius, you said you want to try to get to the barracks.
Yes.
What's your plan here?
So I'm just gonna walk in and see like if what like what's going on there, because I feel like at night there might be like some guys maybe playing like a game, or maybe just kicking back and
So
relaxing. So I want to go
you
see.
walk into the barracks, and it's just one giant, large room with cots laid out, and then curtains in between the cots. And as you enter, there is like I don't want to see like a booth, like a receptionist desk, but there is a dwarf sitting like next to a table that's not like a cheap table, like a kind of a nice-ish table with some like book logs and stuff on it, and he's wearing you would recognize as a lieutenant's outfit in the guard. Someone of probably one of the people in charge of maybe not the facet itself, but maybe like one or two of the city's guard that's signed there. Um,
Okay.
and he seems a little like he's just like sitting there watching some people like as they go through bunks and everything. He has a nice black beard, and sitting next to him on the wall is a pair of scimitars.
Right. I'd walk up to the dwarf, and I would say, "Is there any room here for a distinguished warrior who's seen much combat?"
He looks up at
And
you. He's like, "Distinguished? See much combat? You look like you were just born 2 days ago."
yes, well, I don't tend to get hit very much. But as a fellow uh, military man, would I be able to find a cot here that is empty?
You still in, or are you retired?
I recently left the service.
Uh-huh. You still have your rank on you?
I do, and I would show my infantryman
Yep.
rank.
Yeah, so he sees your rank, and at that point he seems a little less disgruntled and hostile. He's like, all right. Oh, he like opens a book. He's like, yeah, we got a couple empty cots. You can take one in the back. We're not due to have any soldiers from tonight.
I would salute, thank you, Lieutenant, and I would walk back to the cot.
Yeah. Just don't cause any trouble for the ones who are still sleeping for the morning's routes. He just waves you off. He writes something in his book. And,
Is
yep.
there any soldiers awake in this cot or in this area?
Those who are awake are getting ready to go to bed.
Okay.
Yeah, there are no games being played. This is literally like drop your shit, fall asleep, wake up, grab your shit, and leave again type place.
Then I'll just
Oh, it's
drop my
basic.
shit. Yeah, I'll drop my shit and go to sleep then.
Yeah. Yep. So you all fall asleep inside, so no need to make any checks, no penalties, nothing like that. You all wake up fairly well, and then for the three of you in the inns, Gwilrick, I'm assuming you had to like push two beds next to each other.
I was just about to ask, is it
Yeah.
beds or cots or yeah, I would if there are two beds, then yes, I would push
Yeah,
them together
so for the
and lie across the gap so that I don't fall between.
in between, yeah. So the
Yeah.
hopping halfling, you definitely do that. Even then, like your feet are gonna hang off because then at that point it's wider than it is tall. But yeah. Everyone else you sleep. I mean, there's average hay stuffed beds. Definitely better sleeping on the ground in a sleeping bag, especially with four walls and a roof. So you wake up. I'm assuming you grab some breakfast. Again, I don't worry about food or anything like that, so we just kind of like that. And it is morning. Where are you, the players, going?
So okay,
Before
we gotta get.
we leave, sorry.
Yep.
Before we leave, I'd like to talk to the reception. As I'm giving him the keys for the rooms, I'm like,
Sure.
"Thank you, kind sir, for such a pleasant night." What was your name again?
Oh, my name. I am Flipperwick.
Lipperway. All right, that's perfect. Thank you. I'll be sure to
Yeah.
let any of my associates know that you great place to stay. If you're
Oh,
in the
well,
area,
thank you very much. You're so kind, mister.
oh, thank you.
I wish more people were like you in this world. If it was, then we wouldn't have crime.
Ah, likewise. And he's gonna go back to his group and kind of the smile's not gonna fade, but it's just he'll go back to his normal bland expression.
Yep. Cool. Yep. You see, and it's morning. People are reloading horses, reloading wagons, hitching things up, and like going either up the road or down the road for the morning. So it is a bustling morning. And if you all leave, you won't be able, you probably have some traveling companions, honestly.
Hmm.
All right. Let's head on down the road.
Yeah. So you're going down the road toward Oakville. Up to the split, there's you're definitely not alone along the split. There's a I would say probably like 4 or 5 wagons of supplies being carried around. And then occasional like I don't want to say commoner, but average person, maybe with backpack, maybe a child or two, as they are going down the road as well. Once you get to the fork in the road, oh yes, Miss Andy.
If I notice anyone with a child heading towards the bandit areas, I'm just gonna try to like kind of break from the group and just kind of like warn them just to let them know that there are some bandit areas because Fenix is actually really soft and he doesn't want to admit it.
Yeah, so like you said, like I said, bandit areas are gonna be these 2 roads right here to Oakville and then Cisnaville. So definitely as you get closer, people are like kind of like making 2 rows. One's going to be breaking off to the well, technically heading northwest to the right because they're going that way. It's directions, and then the other's heading south towards the same direction you guys are going. And you would, as you whisper to them, for most people, they seem as if they already understood that, and that's why they're traveling in groups. There's 1 or 2 more moderately armored individuals who you see also wearing adventuring jewelry, and they're like, huh, what? Look confused as if they didn't know that themselves. So yeah, so word kind of travels along. So
Can I ask somebody in these one of these groups if they know what kind of beasts are in the Beastlands or why it's called the Beastlands?
give me a hold on, I'm looking.
It didn't say on your map.
It
No,
does say
that
like, so for the Beastlands itself, it doesn't give descriptions of anything more than common beasts like bears, wolves, things like that. But it does have like a added like dangerous beast in the area type annotation.
Okay.
Called Beastlands because beasts live
Like
there.
dangerous is underlined, bolded. But as you talk to people, give me an investigation check. 11. So you're talking to people trying to figure out who's like lived here to cost more versus just random travelers such as yourselves. And for the most part, most people just say it's the Beastlands because beasts are there. But it's not. But they like when they say beasts, you get the feeling they're not talking like wolves or bears. They're talking about something much more dangerous. And there's some like old wives' tales of beasts bigger than, and they point to your elephant friend, bigger than him. Beasts faster than an elf monk. There's beasts with more teeth than there are trees in the forest. Things like of that nature. So
Right.
they said like people don't go there and come back very often.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Good to know.
And the shrooms are in this area. Do you think the shrooms causes the beast to come like this?
I've seen
You wanna
shrooms that
find
do
out?
things like that.
Oh,
By the way,
so
Chris, you've been putting the music in general, not the music chat.
Oh, sorry, I fucked up.
Yeah, you're good. Just
Sorry.
want to fix that for you. So yeah, so as you get to the split, roughly like 40% of the group you guys are with. And again, it's probably like 40 people at the most you guys are with. Would split off and go to Oakville. So you guys have about a little over 20 with you guys, not including yourselves. And you guys would start going south down the road. And at the group, there's only 2 carts being carried with you guys. And now that there's 2, Nathan, as he's walking behind you guys, he's like walking with you guys. He looks over, goes, "Huh," and then that's it. As he just keeps walking.
Mm.
Can I
He's
look
like
at
looking
what
at
he said, huh? About?
Yeah, you'll give me a perception check.
I will do that.
Everyone or
Yeah. Everyone is free to make a perception check. If your character would so be interested in what he's going, huh? Charles looks the other way, thinking it's a trick. He's like, it's another test. He wants us to look the other way. So everyone except for Charles would see one of the carts has about 4 people on it with a very moderately geared individuals. You see like 2 people wearing robes, 1 person wearing like splint mail, and a 4th person wearing studded leather. While you did again in general chat, by the way, Chris.
It's on loop for some reason.
Yeah.
Let me just
And
change-
then you would see a 5th person walking behind the cart whose equipment is comparable to Nathan's, but instead of actual armor, they are wearing what can only be described as silk, tight-fitting clothes that are black, that are like purplish black in color. But like the way they carry themselves is comparable to Nathan. And you see on 2 of the people on the cart, one is wearing an earring and one is wearing a normal ring of the adventurer's status. And they are delivering a cart full of goods.
Oh, they're doing the supply thing, aren't they?
Yes, they are. They are doing the supply mission.
Hmm.
And they are seem to be heading the same exact way you are. So.
That is not what that is.
They are rivals. We must take care of them.
Nathan would say, "You're not wrong in thinking that. More adventurous together is a safer group."
So we're all heading the same way, so why not give it up? Why not give it up for a bit?
Nathan was like, when you get to the bigger, more dangerous rifts, teams of adventurers are put together. It's not just you 6. It would be like 6 teams of 6 for the more dangerous, especially in Kyric's chain, he says.
Makes
Yes.
sense.
When you guys get there, make sure you are properly prepared and get to know your groups better. So that way, you don't have any unfortunate run-ins. But the
Makes
4,
sense.
they seem just as green as you. None of you recognize them, but they do seem, level 1-ish, 2-ish characters.
At least
So.
2 of them have seen me before, and they don't hide it well.
So you guys keep going down the road, and you get to the fork in the road once again. And at this point, that group would go east, and you guys would go west. At this point, it's just you're 6 and like 2, maybe 3 other people heading to the town you're heading to. So you guys will arrive at what is a fairly sized village. It's very sparse, this area. There's a lot of land for them to grow around. There's no houses touching each other like in the cities and bigger towns like Gastwell. Some people have their own private. Oh, yes.
Oh, I was just gonna say, if I see like, there's no like herbs or anything along the way in these like vast areas. Okay,
Just in general, if it's on the road, you're not going to see anything worth picking up. Yep.
figured.
Because everyone's gonna be picking it up. So, but good questions. But like for these places right here, with especially pillared facets, most places are gonna be picked clean along the roads. But like I said, it's a pretty sparsed out. People got their own private farms, but there are some larger farms out on the edges of the city. And you would notice toward the Snowvale Forest, you can see people carrying supplies out in that direction for like lumbering and stuff. You can see large carts that are very long, people carrying giant saws, all burly, strong men and women. More men than women, and then more humanoid, dwarvish races versus elven and halfling and things like that. So, yep. Yeah, this little.
We still have a bit of the day left. We can keep journeying, or we can rest here.
Well,
I'm
what do you partial to?
comfortable. I'm more comfortable sleeping under the stars than in an inn myself, but
And it's
I know
cheaper.
that that's not typical.
Afternoon time, so you guys have a couple hours of daylight left, but just that.
So if we went to the Beastlands, it'd be night.
No, we
it
would get to like here.
would be almost, if you were to leave and not stop, it'd be morning by the time you get there. If you don't stop, if you do stop, then it'll be nighttime. Yeah.
We have to stop regardless, or else we take exhaustion.
Yes, you do.
Mm.
We can get to like there.
Mhm. Yeah, basically the edge of the yellow circle is where you would get to.
I have no issue finding us lodging again, but especially in this area around night, it's pretty dangerous, and we'll be in a decent proximity of the Beastlands.
It is an open field, though, so at least you have lines of sight.
We can take watches.
I'm fine with whatever the group decides.
I vote
Myself
we
as
keep
well.
going.
Are we gonna try to ask any of the locals about the Beastland since we're closer to them now?
I assume we are going to, yes. Beastlands, mushrooms.
Don't see any reason to ask any more questions. There's mushrooms there, there's beasts there. We got all the information.
It can be useful to maybe know what type of
And,
beast it is, or if
in
there
case
is
there's anybody
anything
around here
specific
who's-
about the mushrooms.
Yeah, we're closer to the place. We may as well ask. There may have been a recent event that happened there that we should know about.
Fine. You can talk to more people. You're so social.
Well, you kind of have to, doing this kind of job. At least knowing what's taking place.
Right. How are you guys gonna find people? What are you looking for?
If it's evening or what it
Afternoon.
you said it's like okay, it's afternoon. So people are like coming off of work. You said this is farming. So yeah, they're
And like I said, people are coming from the forest to the south with all their gear and wood they got for the day. So yeah.
Well, in that case, maybe look if they are going like to a tavern or something like this, and just
I'm going
go
to
speak
try,
with the workers.
and I'm gonna go try talking to the folks coming out of the forestry work, because although that's Smallville Forest, not the Beastlands, their physique and my physique might aid discussions and information gathering.
Okay. So Gwilrick is going to go talk to the macho lumberjacks. Charles,
I'm sure they'll be interested in talking.
Try to find a tavern of some sort. What does everyone else want to do?
Put Charles to a tavern. That's where chatty people usually go.
I will also
library?
go to a tavern.
You do not see any signs of library likeness.
Dusty's gonna just go like write down the just go find a place to sit and write down stuff while waiting for everyone else to make a decision.
Phoenix will look for anyone who seems to be like carrying baskets, like foragers at all.
Okay.
And just ask if there's any interesting herbs or anything that they like keep an eye out for, or anything that's in the Beastlands or nearby.
Got it. We are going to start with Gwilrick. As you approach the small group of lumberjacks, it's about 8, 9 of them. And they see you, and they seem very like confused by you. Again, you're a face you're used to, as people don't know who or what you are exactly. One of them, not the biggest, but definitely the second biggest, who is this half orc individual. He would kind of like step away from their group and meet you like a third of the way there. He's like, hello, friend. How can I help you?
Hello there. I'm with the Adventurers Guild, and I jangled like the necklace that's hanging off my tusk, and I just say, I'm with a party. We're gonna be heading into the Beastlands, and I was hoping to find a local who might know something about what's in there, what we could expect to encounter.
Beastlands have many stories of danger there, but you're not the first adventuring group to have gone out there and passed through our town. It's best if you talk to. There's two individuals you can talk to. One is a representative from the Emerald Tribe who sits in our town, who would be easy to talk to, but he's going to do everything he can to tell you to not go there. The other one, on the other hand, is a local ranger. He frequents the areas between here and the Beastlands and helps make sure nothing escapes the area and comes bother us. He'd be more willing to tell you things and wouldn't dissuade you from going in there.
And what's this ranger's name? How would I know them?
The ranger, he like looks up at the sun. He's like, you might be able to catch him before he heads out for his nightly hunt. The DM needs to pull up his notes in one moment to make sure he gives you the right information. It's not confusing the druid and the ranger.
I'm sorry, I don't speak Orcish.
Right. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, just force of habit. The ranger is a tabaxi who is named, as I knew the Nate race. I'm trying to find my name list. Yes. His name is Smooth as Silk.
The ranger's
That
name
is
is
name-
Smooth as Silk?
Yes. He's a tabaxi.
Is that his name or the quality of his voice?
Both. And the orc kind of like laughs with you a little bit.
Oh no, I didn't say that in character.
Okay.
That was me. If I'm talking as Gwilric, it's gonna be like this.
Gotcha.
I'll just go.
And the
Smooth as
druid
silk.
is a furbolg named Grabella. That's what her name is.
Okay. Bella and Smooth as Silk. Alright. Thank you. What was your name?
My name's Okuta.
Okata. My name's Gwilric. Nice to have met you.
Fucker.
Nice to meet you. Yes, the druid is always in town, in her hut. And like I said, the ranger, you may be able to catch him for his hunt for the night.
You fucker!
Yeah. Dusty's reacting that way because it's a name of a character from another campaign. But it's not the same character at all. It's just a name. That's it.
I know, but like he's also half orc. That's a bit specific.
But yes. So like the half orc seems, not as startled or as, on edge around you, and like they all head into town. I'm assuming you're gonna walk with them to find your group.
Yeah, I'll try to find the group promptly so I can be like, hey, there's a ranger who might know something, but they are also probably going to head out.
We're gonna do the other person who's by themselves instead of the large group. Andy or Phoenix. Give me a perception check as you're looking for people with bags and possible gatherers and things like that. 22. All right, yeah, you see a thing or two. So as you're looking around this as a town, it is mostly humans here, for the most part. Maybe the occasional half elf, maybe the occasional dwarf. You do see a couple furbolgs and maybe a shifter or three, but like I said, it's predominantly humans here. And if you look at houses, and you're like, all right, maybe a few hundred people live here, at a strong number, and that's not including passerbyers or people delivering supplies. And because of this, you're able to, with your history of finding strange people and avoiding them, you're able to like point out two distinct individuals who specifically are coming in from the west, which would either be from the tribe area or the Beastlands. You can't quite tell directionally where they came from because they're like just entering the town. One of which is a Furbolg, who is the Furbolg enters, they go to a hut that's near like a patch of farmland. Definitely probably lives by themselves. And the other person entering is a little bit on the smaller side, maybe a human, maybe a halfling, you can't quite tell. And they are just like skipping, running in, and they seem to be heading toward the tavern.
I'd like to go talk to the Firbolg.
Mhm.
If I can, do they seem to be like carrying any baskets, herb baskets, anything like that? Or...
So the reason why they brought your eye out specifically for your quest of basket and herbal gathering was because, yes, they were having a basket of stuff with them being carried by a shrub.
By a shrub?
By a shrub. A shrub was like a big furry dog, how it kind of like bounces up and
Okay.
down. It's like that, but it's a shrub and it has the basket on top of it. And the
Does it have
Furbolg
two
is,
little cartoon eyes?
you don't see any eyes. It's just a shrub, like an actual like shrub you see in the plains,
I
forest
I
areas.
want one. I want one so badly.
Well, you get level 2, you get your own shrub.
Yeah.
And like I said, the short human, maybe tall halfling type person, is like skipping along toward the tavern, and you would see them carrying literal a bag full of something. That has weird, like, colorful stains on it of purples and blues and reds and greens. Not specifically blood, but it could be rainbow blood of a rainbow monster. You don't know, but
Oh god, it's
you know,
an LGBTQ monster.
herbology, herbalists get stained of various colors from their herbs. That's why you thought maybe that's an herbal bag of some sort.
As intrigued as I am by the giant bag of question mark, the shrub beats it. And familiar with druids and druid craft.
This is like just druid 100% in your mind.
Yeah. I would like to see if I could potentially engage the Firbolg in conversation. Do they seem like they're like fairly open, or are they kind of like closed off looking?
Most Furbolgs are shy, as like a racial trait of the goat cowish type race. So, but she seems to like just be normal, like not specifically closed off, if that's what you're asking for, but like just going about her daily business and things like that.
I would like to approach and just be like, excuse me, I don't mean to startle you at all. I was just wondering, I noticed you carrying some gatherings, perchance, from an adventure. I was wondering if you could give me advice on any interesting herbs to keep an eye out for on the west side here.
Yeah, and she would turn to you, she's like, "Oh, hello, dearie of fire. It's so good to see you. Yes. You want to know how to gather more herbs?
I am... do I know you?
Do you know me? Do you? No?
No, sorry, when
Yes?
she said, it's good to see you, it sounded like she knew me.
It's always good to see others of the elements.
Yes, I do tend to give myself away quite easily.
No. She like waves her head over your head. No, not there. And she taps her chest. There.
I've not had that... Can you... No, it's fine. Yes. I am looking for herbs, and I'll kind of like hold up my small herbalism kit and herbs and whatnot and be like, I was hoping to gather around here. I've heard there's lots of herbs. I know there's lots of talk of the red mushrooms.
Red
But
mushrooms? Red danger.
Yes, do you know a lot about the beasts out there?
Many beasts out here, yes.
Do you know any way to get around the beasts?
Walking?
I suppose you'd have to be light of foot to walk around them easily.
Have your foot, walk wider.
Not sure that will be an option for some of my friends.
Beasts do what beasts do. They are animals of instinct. They don't do anything other than react.
So there's a chance to not perchance get them to aggress us.
She sighs. She looks at her bush and shuffles it away, because it's being annoying to her. And she looks at you and she says, DM's trying to figure out how to word this correctly in this character's voice. This is your first time outside.
Not my first time outside, but my first time on perhaps the Beastlands.
First time hunting?
Definitely not.
First time hunting beasts.
Perchance.
Animals, how we should say, instinctual. They protect what's theirs and only what's theirs. They aren't greedy, they aren't sinful. They have no will. You should know this, as you are a druid. Unless your teacher is an idiot and just abandoned you like all the others.
My teacher was no fool, that's for sure.
Oh, you're here, so you obviously did something right. If you wish to go gather herbs out in the Beastlands, my only advice is to not only watch your left and right, but watch your up and down.
I see. Light of foot. Watch your up and down, left and right.
Oh, and for the red mushrooms, you just pluck them out.
No dangers at all regarding the harvesting?
No, red mushrooms are good. Good to eat.
I see.
And she's like, hold on, here. And she rummages around, and she pulls out a very bright-looking red mushroom. And she just eats it in front of you. See? Delicious. Here, try.
I will take a piece and try it.
Yeah. It is a... have you ever had tofu?
I have not. I'm
Okay.
terrified of it.
You're not
Better
missing
analogy.
much.
Have you ever had soft cheese?
Yes.
Yeah, it's like very soft. It like not really melts in your mouth, but like it's super easy to like break down with your tongue and stuff. You don't have to like chew it, and it has a very salty taste, but it tastes good. And as far as you know, that's all there is to it. She's like, "Ha! You die now."
Ha!
I'm kidding. Joke. Not poison.
Phoenix laughs. He goes, I assume that you wouldn't try to kill me. I'm still young.
And then you'll be an idiot. Danger everywhere, but not here.
Danger everywhere, but not here. Then here would be nowhere.
Maybe teacher not a fool.
Like I said.
So.
And I will say in Druidic back to them, your help appreciated, though, as whimsical as it be to talk, I suppose I should eventually leave. Are there any herbs other than the mushrooms that'd be worth picking?
I will say Druidic is not a spoken language.
Okay.
It is more a language of signs. Like you ever see, how hobos have signs?
Yep.
It's like that. That's what Druidic is. It's of signs and of symbols.
Okay,
It's not
so
like
that's
thieves
different.
can't or anything like that. Yeah. That's how I rule it. So sorry.
I like it. That's pretty cool. Then I will simply just say back to her, as whimsical as it be, this conversation be, I would enjoy talking more with you, perhaps over a tea sometime, but I must say, are there any other herbs I should keep an eye out for? The hidden gems tend to be the ones that aren't always as brightly colored and spoken about.
She would untap her chin. She's like, "You come back, I'll teach you something."
All right. I will take you up on that.
Goodbye, friend of fire.
And you, friend of Earth?
No, not of Earth. No. Friend of dreams.
Dreams.
Yes.
Well, then I wish you pleasant ones as you continue.
Bye-bye. And the tavern people, you three rascals. Oh, I forgot about Dusty. Dusty, as you are writing in your book outside, I forget what race are you again? You're a half something, Dusty.
Sorry, what?
Yeah, you're a half elf, right?
Yes.
You're outside writing in your book. And I'm just waiting for the meme. It's like, I would die for her from 999, Brooklyn Nine. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you get a puppy?
No, she made a druid friend.
Yeah.
So you're out there. You would find like a place to sit down, I guess, on the ground, off one of the main roads, and you're writing your book, waiting for everyone else to do their stuff. When you would hear a bit of childish laughter from behind you.
I turn around slowly.
Yeah, you would see there are three kids behind you, two of which are human, and one of which is definitely an elf child.
Okay.
And they're like maybe 20, 30 feet away from you, and they're like pointing and like laughing. But not like at you, but like at something about you, or you're near you, or something like that.
I look around to make sure nothing's weird.
As far as you can tell, there's nothing weird. You're not like sitting in mud or anything like that. There's nothing like hovering above you. You know, you look down at your body or something off or anything like that.
Okay. I will stop writing in my book.
Mm-hmm.
I will take out my harmonica and I will put on a small performance for the children.
Hey, give me a performance check.
15.
Yeah. So once you do that, the kids are like, kind of like look at you like, huh? Like, why is the man who was just writing this book randomly now playing the harmonica? But is there a specific type of tune you're going for, like, or like song of origin maybe?
Let's see. I'm basically let's see. What would I be playing? I'll play Henry VIII by ABBA.
Alrighty.
Because
So
I
you
have no
start
clue what I'm
playing
thinking right now.
that, and after a little while, the kids start clapping and are very enjoyable by your musical performance. And soon more people like hear your music and come over, and they like all start clapping to beat, and a couple people start dancing and things like that, and very much enjoy the performance you're giving off.
Okay, I put a hat out for tips.
There are no tips. As soon as you do that, everyone's like, oh, and walks away.
Oh, come on! I just put it out there. You don't have to tip me. You don't have to walk away.
A couple of the kids, though, do ask for more.
Fine. I'm waiting for people anyway, so I have nothing else to do. I'll keep playing.
Yep. So the kids enjoy your performance and things like that.
Yeah.
And Andy died. Oh no. Yeah. So Andy's back.
Andy didn't die. Andy grabbed water.
Oh.
So she prevented herself from dying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So now
bitch.
tavern folk. The three musketeers entering the tavern. The rogue, the fighter, and the warlock. The inn itself, it doesn't really have a name. It just has a giant mug outside as its sign. And you enter. It is starting to get busy as the working day is ending. More people are coming in. They're ready to get their nightly booze and hot meals. So, what would you three like to do?
I think we can first head towards the bar itself and speak with the tavern owner.
So you get to the bar, and there is a middle-aged man working it. He's definitely got that aura of like he owns the tavern type things. He's like taking food plates from like the little kitchen window, handing them to waitresses, and they're ferrying them out and stuff. Every now and then taking an order himself, things like that. He's pretty easy to spot with how busy working he is. You approach the bar. He wouldn't come to you. It'd actually be one of the waitresses, young, cute, blonde girl. And she's like, "Oh, hello. You're not from here, are you? Are you?
Lady.
Are you merchants? Are you travelers by chance?"
Yes, you can say we are travelers.
Oh.
On behalf of the guild.
Oh, you're adventurous.
Yes,
Oh,
exactly.
we always love it when your kind comes through town. Good tips, good money.
Well, as long as the service is good, you know.
Well, we haven't had too many complaints. Maybe one or two Karens of that nature, but nothing too bad. Would you
Oh.
like something to eat? Maybe a drink or two for your friends?
Yes, 3 ales, please.
Free what?
3 ales,
Yeah,
beers.
ales.
Yeah.
I gotta look up the price for. Oh yeah, we don't. I'm not gonna charge you for money. You're right. But yeah, she'd be like, okay, fine. She would go get 3 mugs, fills it with
And just
standard
throw,
ale.
throw a coin at her.
Yeah, you throw the coin, money. We don't worry about food and
Yeah.
drinks. So yeah, it's just like, oh, there you go. Boom, gives you your 3 drinks for you, Caius, and Daniel.
No, they're for me. I
for
don't know
you.
what they take. 3 beers for me.
Oh.
No, I'm kidding.
That takes us 3 hours.
When she
What are you
puts
going to
one for
have?
each. No, I said 3 for me. No. And after I just give them back to the others.
Thank you, Charles. I know, like, raise the
Yeah.
ale.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean,
also
I know they
toast.
say not to drink during work, but come on.
Are there any hunter-looking fellows here in the tavern? Maybe someone with some weapons on?
Mm. Ah.
Yeah, that I was just about to note that DM's video feed appeared to be him holding a very creepy smile for a long time.
I mean,
Well,
Oh shit! Really? Like total
Yeah.
RIP?
that happens. Yeah.
it's a funny
Hopefully he'll be
skill.
back.
Mm. Usually, when I have this, I switch to mobile data. Or so you know that they say not to drink during work, but you know.
Yes,
Oh
but
shit!
1 ale
Correct.
don't think will hurt
All what I
us.
said.
Phoenix, you want to come help me entertain children?
Phoenix was chatting with the. It depends if he sees you. He'll see you and just be like, "What are you doing?"
I'm entertaining children. Is that a problem?
Oh, is the DM back?
No. Who's
Yes.
the DM?
So we were discussing burning down the town's
Like a
church.
god, scarier. DM is like a god, but scarier.
Well, gods aren't that scary, so
Yeah,
that's not that much.
My
of a
internet
gift.
just said. My internet's like, no talking for 2 minutes.
The internet put you in a timeout.
Yeah, I
internet
guess
said,
so. I
"Shut
guess
up,
I'm too
brah."
nice. So as we go back to tavern, Daniel and Caius, what are you two doing there with your Charles friend?
I was looking around to see if there's any like warriors or hunter-looking folk in the tavern.
Okay, give me a perception check. And then Daniel, what are you doing?
As well. To see, you said that
Caius, sorry.
halfling.
The halfling's not quite there yet with you where you guys are at.
Okay.
So, and then Daniel, what are you doing? You want to give me a perception check?
I'm just looking around for any interesting characters. Doesn't have to necessarily be weapons, but maybe like people who are coming off work or who look foresty type.
Okay, yeah. So give me a status check as well. Caius, you don't see anyone of that status or nature at all. It just seems like normal, common people coming in after whatever daily work they do.
All right.
And Daniel, with your 10, you get the same, but you can kind of see like who the farmers are, because they're a lot more tanned. Have that farmer's tan line, calloused hands. And you do notice like there are a pair of convergence guards in here as well.
I'll go to them.
Okay. And Charles, are you still talking up the waitress lady?
Yes, I will try to ask to her like if there is anyone notable here that we need to go to the forest to the west, the beastland. So if she knows anything, or know who to ask information, this type of stuff.
And she'd be like, well, there's not many people who go out to the Beastlands unless it's you adventurers.
Mhm.
There is our ranger who guards over us, who is smooth as silk as tabaxi. Very handsome and very kind man.
Mhm.
But he's probably out already hunting for the night, if I had to guess. And anyone else is, I mean, like I said, adventurers and stuff. So you probably know them more than me.
Oh, yeah.
And then moving to Daniel, the two guards, they seem to be off duty. It's the best way you can describe as to why they're doing what they are doing. And like they're off to the side, not really interacting with the main crowd.
But they're actually like from the convergence, right?
Mhm.
Like you can see the crest and everything. Okay.
Yeah, they're wearing their armor and everything, but they don't have their weapons on them.
I'm gonna go up to them and be like, gentlemen, can I just hit one of you in a drink and hold up my ale since I haven't actually touched it yet?
They look at it, and one of them gestures in front of him.
I'll hand it to him.
Yeah, he
What
takes it.
brings two guards so far from the convergence?
We are stationed out here. This is
Ah.
one of the places that, convergence guards, they
Oh, great. His internet crapped out again.
Good.
Dead.
Yeah, they
Germans
just had
just hate us today.
they had a stroke.
Better than the last freeze frame, which was just like
Yeah.
Yeah.
How bad does it look? Oh no, it's gone now.
Ah. No.
this music's a bop though.
Revo does good. Hopefully it doesn't get pulled down because it's technically Nintendo music.
I know what the problem was.
Germany?
No, my VPN.
Always.
My VPN was like, I guess I was having problems connecting to the servers, so I just turned it off. What's the last thing you heard me say, Daniel?
It was just literally in the middle of it. Saying,
So there's 7 of us, and you looked at his partner, who would correct him, say there's 1 more coming in next week. There's 8 of us.
any stories from the nearby forests?
Stories. Yes, our lieutenant says to never go out there, even if it means everyone else dies, because then we would die. Is that what you're looking for?
Well, it's something. But thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Enjoy the drink. It's on me.
Yeah. Oh, thanks.
And he'll walk back to Charles and Caius.
Cool. Yeah, Caius, you're sitting there next to Charles. Charles, you got your answer. At this point, Phoenix, you would come across Dusty playing his music, and then Gwilric, you would hear music in the distance that reminds you of your harmonica playing friend.
I'll make my way towards that music, but at the same time, I'm keeping a lookout for the Tabaxi Ranger. ranger.
Okay. You see no one that fits that description. So, yeah.
Phoenix is gonna make his way to Dusty and kind of just like lean against like if there's like a lamp or a post or something nearby and just kind of like lean and watch him perform for a little bit. Kind of amused.
Right, yeah, you watch him. In that short amount of time, a elephant man who is looking around for someone or something enters the scene. Of course, at this point, all the kids stop dancing and are like both mortified and in awe of the giant elephant man.
I'm just gonna
Ulrich!
whisper to one of the kids and just be like, "Don't worry, he's a big softy."
So,
Says the man on fire. But I see Phoenix and Dusty, and I make my way over to them. First thing I say to them is, I don't suppose either of you have seen a tabaxi around, have you?
Cannot say that I have.
You
Well,
kids
there's a
seen
local-
a guy named Tabaxi?
Tabaxi, you know, those
I
cat people.
thought it was his name. What's his name?
His name, I'm told, is Smooth as Silk.
Kids, you seen a guy named Smooth as Silk?
yeah, what'd you say to the kids?
I asked them if they've seen this guy that's Tabaxi.
One of them is like, Mr. Silk. And she'll like point down the road,
That way.
and you would see a tabaxi.
Yep.
Wearing just simple clothing. He has like a white tunic with green pants that kind of stop above his like cat knees. And you would see he has a pair of long daggers and a big giant longbow on his back.
See, he's right there.
Oh, excellent. And, you know, I look at the kids as if I hadn't quite noticed them before. It's like, small ones. And
Don't
then-
step on them.
I'm not
Please don't step
going
on us.
to... Look, my folk also have children, all right? I know how to be careful around smaller ones.
Just bigger children.
Well, it's
True,
I'm not worried about you. I'm not worried about them dying. I'm worried about you tripping and face planting, to be honest.
They're nimble.
Anyway, I turn to FedEx Dusty. I'm told that Mr. Smooth as Silk over there is a local ranger and knows a few things about the Beastland. So I'm gonna go talk to him, see if he knows anything that would help us find those mushrooms.
Okay, let's go ask him about
Dusty.
drugs.
I was gonna say, Dusty, you should balance him out.
Balance who out?
Gwilric.
Come on, you can balance out too. You'll be the medium.
I will come join.
At this point, like you guys are walking to him, and you see another larger kid run by toward the tavern. There's no big kid, no need to worry about him at all.
I look. I point at that big kid. You know, as he's turned away, I'll say, "That's typically the size of our babies."
So do you trip over
Babies?
yours too?
What?
Now I feel bad for your mother.
Well, I'm asking. Like, the thing is, like, kids tend to get tripped on a lot when they're very tired parents.
Do you trip over a lot of kids, Dusty?
No, I don't have any kids.
I don't think tripping over kids is a common issue.
Huh. I'll have to ask Gerald again. I think he might have lied to me.
So yeah, you approach Smooth as Silk, and it seems like he was watching you three from the distance.
Yeah, I wonder why.
See something interesting?
Hello, Mr. Silk.
Hello, and I was looking at three strangers in my town.
Yes,
Who
indeed
are
you
apparently
are. We're-
looking for me.
Oh, just looking more for things that you might know that could be helpful to us. And I tap the necklace hanging off my tusk.
More adventurous. Good.
Indeed
And
we
he would pull out from his neck this an amulet of his own with the green stuff in it.
Then we're in good company. Then, yes, we're
Yes.
here on a low-level job gathering red mushrooms that, as we understand, can be found in the Beastlands, and we're told you're rather knowledgeable of the area and the things that dwell here. So we're
Yes.
hoping you could help tell us a few things that might help us find those mushrooms and keep us alive and tell us how to stay alive in the process.
It's good. You're doing research. I see you guys are being taught well. Yes. Well, where's the fun in telling you all the answers? Like you said, it's a low-level thing. You guys are new. He would smile a little devilishly. But I'm not heartless. You are right, it is a dangerous place. The red mushrooms you are looking for grow more towards the heart of the forest than the outskirts. So you're going to have to do a little searching, but they aren't too uncommon to find. They grow in batches, so it will be easy to grab a few of them. The main thing to worry about is obviously the beasts. Luckily, it's not mating season, so you guys are lucky. As for beasts, it's just as the name, they're a beast. They come in all forms: furry, scaled, two-legged, four-legged. Your best case is the closer to the edge you get, the more dangerous they are.
Yeah, that's great. What
Okay.
about shrooms?
The shrooms, like I said, they are in the heart of the forest itself, so in the middle.
All right, that's helpful.
Just curious, do you happen to have one of those mushrooms on you? And I lift my trunk up and say,
I
so I
do
could
not-
sniff it a bit.
I don't typically go gathering myself, but I do frequent the area and I know a few things. So I typically go once a week into the forest itself and check things out. At night, I just stay out in
When's
the
your next
wildlands.
trip?
It is in 5 days,
Okay.
at the end of the week.
May death not find you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. One last piece of information I can tell you is that the beasts have areas, and it's so long as you don't directly go into these areas, and you'll know them, you'll hear them grunt and scare you away. You'll be fine. Like you said, it's a bronze rank mission, right? It's still a bronze rank mission, right?
It is.
Okay,
It is.
good. So you guys would be fine so long as, you plan things out correctly, even if this is your first mission.
What about creatures below and above? How do we avoid those?
Below and above, you talked to the druid, didn't you, Miss Lulabelle? Yes. She's very knowledgeable, her and her tribe. Good, weird people, good people. I wouldn't go into their area uninvited. They are private people. Yes. So, yeah. Does that answer your question?
So,
Oh, above and beyond, below. Sorry. Yes. I was reading and I got distracted.
no worries.
Above and below. Well, flying creatures and creatures who burrow under the ground.
Of course. How do you avoid their areas, their spots, per se?
Yes. So for flying creatures, it's a bit harder. Their areas are typically in trees. So long as you don't fly, you'll be fine. He looks at you three. I don't see any wings on you, so you should be fine. Burrowing creatures is a bit harder. Just keep an ear to the ground. Maybe a little literal.
We got big ears.
Yes, I see.
I flick one of mine irritably.
Yes. Yes, your kind is new to the area, and you will have some good prowess that's common among your kind, which has to do with smelling and hearing. So you'll be fine.
Question for the DM. Do I have any more of that mushroom she gave me, or did I... No,
You
I
took
didn't
the
think
bite,
so.
and she ate the rest of it. So
I thought so.
yeah. So yeah, he says,
Thank you for your time.
Yes, much
Le-
appreciated.
"You're very welcome. As I am going out to hunt, but I'll be back in the morning. Maybe we'll pass each other as you leave."
Maybe.
Hopefully.
You'll probably see us before we see you.
That you are right about. He kind of laughs like the inside joke of obviously being large, and he heads off. Those of you in the tavern would be enjoying your drinks, talking amongst yourselves. When for Caius and Daniel, your unique-looking individual senses tingle as a short, human, tall, halfling-looking person enters with a big bundle of bag over his back. A few people look at him, and they just kind of like shrug him off as if it's nothing too crazy or dangerous. A few people do keep an eye on him, though.
Can I like see if he has like any distinguishing features like a rank or anything like that?
No rank by any means, but the bag on his back of various stained colors is very distinguishable. He himself is best you can tell, he does look like a halfling. So yeah.
Can I see where he takes a seat?
He would actually, yes, he does find a seat at a table, one of the long tables, which has 12 seats on each side, and he kind of like sits in a spot where there's no one next to him directly. And he like waves down a waitress and he orders some food and stuff, keeping the bag like next to him.
But it's still visible, like on the seat.
It
I
is.
think?
Yep.
I'm gonna order another drink, and then is there a seat across from him?
There is.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with my drink and then sit directly across from the halfling.
Yep. You sit down, and about the same time that his food is delivered, he looks at you oddly. He's like, "This is something you watch."
Oh, sorry, just a long day. Figured I'd take an open spot. You look like
Uh-huh.
you've come back from one too, I see, and gesture towards the bag.
Yeah, I just came back from the Beastlands.
You're kidding.
Nope.
You're not scared? Or
Scared?
you're local?
What do I look like? An Iron Ranker?
Oh. Oh. Is he part of the Adventurers Guild? Do I notice,
You don't see anything visually on him, no. What do you want?
Any advice for someone who is an Iron Ranker going into that area?
Don't.
Only
You're
that
gonna
simple,
die
huh?
out there, kid. Leave it to the professionals to go out there and get the good stuff. You do your little letter deliveries, your little thief hunting. You leave the good stuff to the pros, alright?
Good stuff being a bloody sack.
Bloody? What, you fucking stupid? Those are stains from herbs and stuff. I went out there
Those
and
don't-
harvested a whole bunch of them today. Got red
Those don't look like
mushrooms,
herbs.
green moss, blue rocks. Got them all.
This guy hasn't killed a thing in at least 6 months. I'm calling it now.
After
What
you're
kind of
gone,
mushrooms?
bucko. What'd you say, Ben?
I'm gonna just egg him on. I'm like, I don't see any kind of mushroom juice there. And that seems to be what sells here.
Well, that's why you're
Uh,
Iron Rank. You're blind.
Guy's such a dick.
I can bet you 2 gold that there's no
Uh.
red mushrooms in there. If you could put it in my hand.
What are you? Stupid and blind? Fine. Pay me 2 gold to look at a mushroom. Sure, whatever. He'll go in his bag and he'll pull out a red mushroom.
Does he-
See?
Let me hold it. This lighting isn't right, and I want to touch it.
Give me a persuasion check with
Sure.
disadvantage.
I also
money,
love
big
the way
money,
this
big
guy
money.
talks.
I have voices. You know, I have a
No,
range.
no, I'm just saying the voice is suitable.
It's excellent.
You think I'm an iron right?
And he's like, I'm not gonna let you touch it. You're probably just gonna run off with it or something. You know what these things are worth?
Oh God, he's Cartman.
All right, I'm gonna hand him the 2 gold then, but I want to hand him in the hand that he actually touched the mushroom with,
Okay. Yeah, like
and I want to like grip it, like specifically the
His-
fingers.
his hand or on the mushroom.
No, he put the mushroom away. Like, I'm waiting until he puts the mushroom away, and the hand that he put away, I'm gonna hand the gold, but like 2-handed, like cup one, and like kind of firmly grasp the fingers that he had.
Okay. You do just that. Actually, no. Give me a sleight of hand check.
Alright, sweet.
Okay, dude, you seriously creep me out.
You try to, but like you overreach because of his size and everything, and you like grab like his palm wrist area, and like the money like slides off his wrist. He looks at the table, he's like, "Fucking stupid!" And grabs his gold. It's like, "What now? You're gonna bet at 2 gold I don't have green moss or blue rocks?"
Alright, I think my drink got the best of me, but good luck with whatever else you do.
I don't need luck. I got skill, buddy boy.
And,
He's a 12-year-old playing video games online.
I fuck your mom.
He's Cartman.
It wasn't Cartman when I came up with the voice, so I'm gonna leave it as that.
Will you
I
respect
just-
his authority?
Yeah, you respect my authority. Get the fuck out of here, kid.
yeah, he just
You
goes.
guys, you're going home. I'm having a drink.
And you leave him and everything. At this point, I'm assuming you three from outside will go to the tavern where your friends are at. As always, is what's becoming a common recurring theme with this group. The sight of the half elf is what draws everyone's attention, and nothing else, of course. No, I'm kidding. Gwilrick draws attention of everyone. Yeah.
Yeah, like if there's any music there playing, it just kind of stops for a second.
Yeah, exactly. There's a pause. There's a look at everyone. No one reacts hostily. It goes back to normal.
I look for the few. I've learned to look for the people who don't have that shocked look of expression on their faces, like there's my group, and just go to them.
Exactly. So you all gather at a table. Gwilrick, unfortunately, there's no chairs for you. So, but
Squat.
what do you?
I stand on my knees at the
Yeah.
table.
Squat,
Just
get thighs, just squat constantly.
actually, that is. You know what? Actually, that would make most sense because that would not only bring me to the right height, but that's like a natural sitting position for humans, at least.
Mm-hmm.
That deep squat. It's the position we're supposed to take, but we don't.
Yeah.
Did Charles just die?
I think Charles got murdered. I think the internet's haunting him now.
Oh,
it's
he's back.
just going through all of Europe at the moment.
A new host.
So, yeah. So what are you guys doing now?
All right. Anyone learn anything interesting? I was trying to learn if there's other herbs we could collect for myself.
No, I can't find anything. I think we're ready to go to the woods. And almost die.
We managed to find a ranger here who knows a thing or two about
Do you want to wait
Beeson's
till
guts.
he's going back in the woods so we can save our asses in 5 days? Or should we get on it faster?
Faster, for sure.
I kind of nod over at Nathan, just say, I get the feeling that he wouldn't help us even if we were, he wouldn't help us unless in the most dire situation. And given that he's not our caretaker, I'm thinking that he wouldn't do it, because he wouldn't feel compelled to do so.
I'm just saying there are ways apparently to get around the beast. Listening seems to be a huge key here, where we can listen for their sounds and avoid their areas, and they'll leave us be as well.
Yes, that was also what he told us. And
Keeping an eye out on the ground as well, and an ear for any noises beneath us is important, and not climbing any trees.
Gotcha.
Yes. And here's hoping that I can at least, when the breeze picks up, try to pick up scents of anything. I'll let you guys know if I smell something approaching, or something we should stay downwind of. Not that I'm too knowledgeable of these beasts. Everybody's so vague about them.
Well, that's because they don't know what they are.
Most of them manage to avoid them if they're clever and perceptive enough.
I bet half the people in this tavern think I'm one of them.
Well, you don't have rows and rows of teeth. You only have one row of
Oh.
teeth.
Are you profiling the people of this tavern, Gwilric? Making assumptions, perhaps?
Judging people based by their looks, Nathan asks, joining in on the banter.
I'm judging people based on the looks they give me, and I've seen a lot of them.
Please, you think I haven't gotten a strange look here and there? A person gasp when I enter a room? It's just people's nature. They're not used to seeing people like you and I. It's not hostile.
I am fully aware of that. It's just, it's still annoying. And also, you haven't gotten a single strange stare unless you've stepped in front of me since we started traveling together.
Gwilric, I think you're making some pretty strong assumptions about people here.
Forget it. I'm just saying... never mind. Point is, we know about the dangers in those lands. We also know generally where to look for the mushrooms. Apparently they're in the central area. Wish that smooth as silk guy had a mushroom on him so I could at least learn their scent.
Are we still in the tavern? Like all of us?
Yes, you are.
Mhm.
Yep.
Is the halfling Dick still there?
Yes, he is enjoying his meal.
His name is just Dick.
Yeah. Gwelric, if you can manage to get to his bag, which, you know, given your... So, anyways,
It's like,
he like
oh, he
looks
said
up
he had a
for
red
second.
mushroom?
He definitely has them, but he's not the easiest person to talk to.
I'll talk to
And
him.
that's saying.
Hello, Mr. Dick.
You go up to him and say, "Hello, Mr. Dick." So you watch your bard walk over to this man, and the crowd is loud, so you guys can't hear his conversation. But he hears you.
To be fair, Daniel didn't say he was a dick. He said out of character, is the halfling
that
dick
was-
still here?
Yeah. Oh, that was out of character? Sorry.
Mhm.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, well, what's his name?
I don't know, but he's a dick.
Oh, okay, his
Oh,
name's
well,
Dick.
there you-
Got it. Okay, hello, Mr. Dick.
Oh
Yeah,
god,
after
we've
you
got a...
tell that, you watch him go over to him, and you see him just talking to him. To you, Dusty, he looks at you. He's like, "What?"
We've got a socially inept bard.
Yep, that's the joke. I'm only good at talking to dead people.
My lizard folk bard threatened to eat people, and he was more socially capable than yours.
It's great, isn't it? It's like, is that your name? My friends say you were a dick, like, you know, Tom, Dick, and Harry.
Get the fuck out of here!
Oh,
Before I stab you.
that wouldn't be. I wouldn't advise that. Although I hear you have a mushroom.
Why?
How much would it be?
1 million gold.
What if I was only here to view it?
Then 3 million gold.
Why is it more expensive if I'm not taking it?
Cause you keep talking to me.
Why, man? Why are you so mean? Did someone hurt you?
Because you're in my space.
I mean, this is a crowded bar. Everyone's in your space.
He looks around him. You're the only person within like 5-10 feet of him.
Yeah.
No.
This guy radiates an aura of asshole.
I don't smell it, but yeah, I can see it. So why can't you let us see it in your bag? I mean, you're a salesman, aren't you?
No.
Then what are you?
Mm,
Go away.
Go
I
away
don't
is
want
not
to
a
talk to you
profession.
anymore. I don't want to
Mm.
talk to you anymore. You
Wait.
are interrupting the mood of my meal here. Now leave me.
While that conversation's taking place, I'm gonna talk to Charles and be like, Charles, you're pretty good at sneaking and obtaining things, right?
We're
I
not
think I know
gonna-
your plan, right?
How? Wait. Let me just rationalize this for a second.
Yes.
No, and we can find our own, and
mean-
then Ulrich can smell it, and we can find more. Wow, Phoenix, what a great
I was
idea!
more thinking murdering this guy in the night, but you know. Um,
I don't want
I
to
like that
hurt
plan.
him, perchance, but I think it's about
We're
the
not-
principle.
No, we're not going to do anything to the guy that we've already bugged a ton.
why not?
We'll give it back.
Oh,
Who's
well.
we?
I haven't done anything to him, you know. I just barely spoke to. I didn't even spoke to him.
Oh, how fortunate.
Yes.
I'm gonna
Okay.
take a big swig
First
of the
off,
drink.
did he say any other herbs he had? I want to keep an eye out for anything else that's interesting.
Yes, he has plenty, but will he share them with you, Phoenix? Probably
Did he
not.
did he name any that I can keep an eye out for?
Something blue.
Blue rocks and green moss. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
There's a bundle in there, but
I don't want to steal his. I want to find my own.
While you guys are talking
It's
to each
not-
other, Dusty, he asked you for the third time to like buzz the fuck off.
I just stand there.
What the fuck is wrong with you? Were you dropped on your head as a kid?
Several times, yes.
Oh my god, you're retarded.
Nah, I'm
Cool.
actually quite intelligent. I'm just very bad at social cues.
Cool. You got two choices here, dude. You can leave, and he like pulls a sword out and lays it on the table, or I can make you leave.
Is the sword just on the
See?
table?
him drawing the sword.
Yeah,
Can I take my
like
magnifying
right in front of
glass?
him.
Yeah, can I just grab the sword?
You reach out for the sword, and at this point, the realm of what the DM had planned for is no longer existent.
No, we're gonna lose our
No.
bard.
Okay, see here. I gotta look at some stuff here. Hold on one second here. Table people, what are you
Nathan?
talking about?
Is Nathan just watching this?
Nathan's at your table with you guys.
Phoenix is just noting down the herbs, green moss, and blue rocks, and noting that he wants to keep an eye out for anything that would fit that description.
I'm gonna ask the waitress if they do anything for birthdays here.
Like, I'm asking if I can reach it before he, like, if you put it far enough away from him that he can't grab it.
It's in front of him.
Oh, okay, never mind.
What the hell?
No, commit.
I thought he was, like,
Commit
putting
to
it
the
on, like,
commit.
in between us, like a warning.
No, he's like set it down on the table in front of him with his hand on the table right next to it. He's like, and he gave you your two choices.
Do we see this guy pull a sword out?
Oh, you do. Yeah. You see him pull it
Yeah.
out, lay it on the table in front of him, is looking up at your half elf friend.
Can I just stand up and just walk over to Dusty and be like, Dusty, why don't we leave the nice man to just enjoy his meal here?
Well, he's not nice, though. He seems like he's quite coarse.
Let's leave the
I'm-
man to enjoy his
I'm
meal
seeing
here.
that Dusty is not taking the hint, even though I can't quite hear what's being said. I'm just gonna come over, grab Dusty by the scruff of his jacket or shirt or something, and pull him back. Just because, like, this is
Do you
clear-
resist, Dusty?
No, I just say, bye,
Okay.
weird man. You might want to be more social. You can sell more that way.
Cool.
I'm telling.
I'm
the
not even
waitress
gonna
that
say
it's his
anything.
birthday.
Which
I'm not-
is like, it's not his birthday, and we don't do birthday things.
Oh,
Sorry, kid.
I'm finishing my ale.
So,
I hate all of you. Nathan, what was that about other adventuring groups having open slots?
that they.
Mhm. Because we may have one soon too, you know.
He shrugs and
Just
eats his
saying.
meal.
Just looks at the sea. Just saying.
All right.
I-
Well, are we staying the night in the town, or are we going to head out?
Well, personally, I was already in favor of going a little bit further and then camping out. Now I'm thinking we definitely should leave before Dusty talks to anyone else.
Let's go.
I mean, we can, stay a little bit and try to see if we can find something useful.
We have lots of useful information. Let's just
Yes.
go.
Oh, I mean,
Yeah.
we may find something laying around that no one looks after, you know. Wink, wink.
Or we could
Alright.
just go.
Ah. What is your sense of game?
I have much sense of game, trust me. I just don't particularly want to piss off the locals on
We're not pissing off
Adventurers
the
Guild
locals, we're
time.
pissing off a local.
Yeah, it's a local.
I feel like both FedEx and Gwilrick do this at the same time.
Alright. So you guys would head out a little bit outside the town.
Yes.
Definitely not outside the view of the town, but not within the town's area. And you guys set up for camp. Are you guys going to do a watch? Are you guys just going to
We
sleep?
should do watches, even though.
Yep.
Mhm.
Those
Need
who
4
are
hours of sleep, so
How did
You
we
need
do the
6
watches
hours.
last time?
you need 6 hours with 2 hours of light activity.
Some of us did them very efficiently.
I think that's right. We also have I forget the character's name. Oh yeah, Daniel is a wood elf who only needs 4 hours of sleep. So I
yeah.
remember.
Mm.
Mhm.
It's always great playing an elf because it's like, yeah, I can just cover like 2 shifts because I'll be up and about.
Have 2 elves in the party, and no one needs to worry about it anymore.
It's great if you have 2 elves in the party. You know?
Oh yes.
All right. Well, I can take a watch.
Yeah. How did we do the watch shifts last time? You know,
I'm usually
like-
placed last. I'll just get my 4 hours and then stay up for the rest until you guys wake up.
and I don't have dark vision, so I am willing to take either the first or last when there's an actual amount of light.
Yep. I think
Okay,
yeah,
I'll
you
be
said
there. I'll be
in
there
the
in the
first
midnight.
watch
I could
last time. Yeah.
have someone take a watch with you.
Yeah. 2 sets of eyes better than 1 and all that. FedEx, you drive me the least crazy of the group. Would you mind taking watch with me?
I'm honored. Sure. Look at that. I don't drive someone crazy, guys.
Eh, I don't know what I did to drive you crazy. I was perfectly reasonable.
Dusty, did you get that man's name by any chance?
Dick, right?
That's how he will be referred to starting from now.
I assume
Dick
Richard.
is
I assume his full name's Richard and Dick's just a nickname.
Oh dear. Dusty, I hate to be the one to inform you, but Dick is an insult.
Why would a nickname be an insult?
It just is.
Hmm.
Why are Dick's an insult?
Yep.
Yeah. Dusty.
When you call someone a dick, you're insulting them.
Well, what's a dick mean?
It's an
Dreams,
insult.
Dreams.
I know, but like, what's it mean? Like, dumb means someone's not as
Go to
intelligent as usual.
It means they're an asshole.
Huh, okay. Why not call him an asshole then? Why is a dick different?
Because there's synonyms in this world for when you need different levels of insult.
Oh, so they're tiers of insults. So is asshole less than
Now
dick?
go to bed. Dick is worse.
Dick is worse than
Mhm.
I'll
asshole.
go to bed.
Dusty writes this down in his notebook.
That's debatable. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm not
I would say
exactly
asshole's
an
worse
expert
than
when it
dick.
comes to insults in your language, but
Yep.
funny enough, dick in the language of my people is actually a word, one of our words for twigs.
Is that
Don't
like an
tell Dusty
actual?
that.
Is that like an actual thing? So
No,
does that
I
mean-
just thought of that.
Does that mean you get a bundle of dicks for the fire?
Sometimes we have
Go
a
to
bag
bed.
of dicks.
Go to bed. Go to bed, Dusty.
Mm.
Wilrick, stop encouraging him.
Best part is Dusty's 25.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
So you guys camp out for the night, doing your shifts. Nothing happens at night, so you all have a wonderful rest out under the stars. It is morning. The sun is rising. What do you guys do?
All right, so let's make our way to the Beastlands.
Indeed.
Woo.
We want to go to the heart of the Beastlands.
And to the heart you go.
Into the woods we go.
Gotta get to the heart. We gotta go
Into
to
the
stomach.
woods.
All right.
Here to the woods we
the-
go.
Give me an eye.
Traveling to the Beastlands, the plains area is pretty calm. It's got very long grass that blows along with the wind. But you don't see Smooth as Silk anywhere as you guys are walking around in the morning. Either you miss him, or he's still in the forest, or who knows
Is
what's
it like a
going on.
nice foggy forest?
Well, as you guys get closer to the forest, you would notice it looks. Best way to describe it does look sinister. The trees poke out like very long fingers from the ground, with no like sticks or branches for like the first like 20-30 feet. These trees are monstrous tall, monstrous big. Like not even Wilrick could wrap his arms, trunk, and all around these things. They don't look like any of the other trees we've seen on this facet at all. They look distinct in nature. The oak wood, or not the oak wood, the bark of these trees is very dark, almost black. But it's daytime. It's a forest. You can see through the area. The branches aren't too thick to block out the light. So
I would like to enter keeping a strong ear out for any sounds I might hear.
yeah. So everyone's gonna be making perception checks.
Yeah, I'm mainly gonna be sniffing for scents of animal territory, basically. Just
Mm-hmm.
that I may not be able to identify them, but it is gonna be scent based.
Double.
Ooh, that's harsh.
Can I?
Oh yeah!
Damn.
You know what? Your nat 20 doesn't beat my +4, so
We are missing
Hey,
Dusty.
I'm just glad I got a nat 20, you know?
that's fair. Especially after the 2 nat 1s.
Yeah, the two nat ones.
That's
That
terrible.
stings. That felt personal.
That's why I set the advantage to toggle, so that if I have to roll normally, I don't get to see shit like that.
Dusty, we need a perception check from you.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was for everyone. I thought we were just doing a. Okay, perception. This is shit.
Yeah, this character that I have is all perception, survival, nature, because druid.
Wisdom skills, yes.
Wisdom.
So you guys enter the forest area, and there's definitely a feel in the air as you cross this invisible threshold into this forest, as if like you are walking into the lion's den. There is danger around every corner. The hairs in the back of your neck stand up and things like that. It is by the book definition of creepy, weird, spooky.
Mysterious and spooky.
Yes. As you guys are going through the forest, you would hear not normal forest sounds of chittering chipmunks and squeaking birds. You would hear the roars of beasts. You would hear the cries of beasts being killed and eaten alive. You would occasionally hear squawks of larger flying creatures fly overhead over the branches that you can't see through to tell what's going over you, other than their shadows. It is thanks to Fennec and Charles that you guys are able to navigate. As a couple of times, Caius, Daniel, and Dusty, you guys would start to wander around when one of these two, or maybe even Gwilrick, who could smell the feces and dung of the area, would stop you and like point to like a tree where you could see rakes of either claws or antlers, designate an area and help you navigate through this forest. And as you get closer and closer to the heart of this area, you're finding it harder and harder to find gaps between these areas that these beasts have claimed. Even once or twice, you see in between the trees creatures larger than even Gwilrick, in the shadows of them. But they don't come towards you any closer, so I'm assuming you guys are going to keep traversing into the heart of this land.
I'm gonna keep listening, especially for like sounds and like beneath us as well.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, you hear roars and shrieks. You hear the occasional thundering boom of a tree as it hits the ground, even. This area is nothing any of you have ever physically witnessed before. And as you get closer and closer to what you assume is the Heartlands, I'm assuming you're going to start keeping out for these red mushrooms. I should say during this time, Nathan isn't casually walking anymore. He's definitely not like on edge like you guys are, but he's not not paying attention. You know what I mean? So he's acting more like when you guys were hunting for the grave robbers at this point.
Oh, great!
So.
He's ready to get that axe out.
Watch, yeah, he's actually gonna.
Yep.
He's going to demonstrate the level ceiling.
Yeah. And I mean, just do. And you guys would eventually come across a gap in between the trees where there's a little bit more light than usual. And you would see on the ground are some red mushrooms on another map the DM has prepared for no reason whatsoever.
Ooh, shrooms! Doot, doot.
I grab
anyone-
your scruff.
Does anyone stop me?
I do. Yeah,
Yes,
I absolutely
stop.
do. I'm right there. Yeah,
Yeah.
I grab you by the scruff again and just like, no.
Is it 2 mushrooms per square, or is it just 1 mushroom?
It's one mushroom. It's just how the icon looks. Yeah, it's one mushroom per one thing.
Damn, I really thought we were gonna be rich.
Let's just.
There are 8 mushrooms.
8 mushrooms, got it.
Does there seem to be any threats nearby that we can hear?
I'm going to keep the same perception checks for this. After this point, you have to make new ones for anything else. This is not as far as you guys can tell, not an acclaimed area of any sort.
Can we hear anything beneath us?
You cannot hear anything beneath you. No.
Okay. Okay.
I'll keep an eye out just in case. I mean, I'm better served upright than I am on the ground.
I suggest, just in case, there shouldn't be any issues if we're not seeing or hearing any beasts, but perhaps we go light of foot to gather them.
Well,
In that case, I definitely need to keep on lookout, because one thing I am not is light of foot.
Charles?
You want me to go to the mushrooms?
I can join you.
Alright.
Alright. Unless anyone else is particularly dexterous.
I don't think it's about dexterity, but more like playing if something comes.
Well,
I
I'm
suppose.
pretty fast.
Let's
with the high
also.
dexterity.
You have dexterity, Daniel?
Yeah. It's like out of character. 16.
Same as mine,
Okay.
yeah.
Well, you're also better equipped to be a frontliner, so why don't you go with Charles?
And,
I'll hang back with Gwilric.
And while you're out there, if you hear or feel something coming up from underneath, because I'm assuming by now you would have keyed us in about that.
I did.
Panic. Yeah. If you hear or feel something coming up from underneath, you have a way to silently signal us, like a hand gesture or something. Let's establish that now. So at least we know that you can tell there's something coming and that we should be ready.
Prestidigitation can make fireworks, and I have that.
That's not quiet.
It's really
How about
loud.
how about just 3 fingers up if you have danger?
Okay.
I mean, it just says sparks, and then it doesn't think it has to be sounded.
Actually, I'll just fiddle with my ring.
Okay.
Oh,
We'll have to be very perceptive to see you fiddle with your ring at a distance.
Okay.
How about this? 2 different gestures. Fist up if you simply hear that there's hear or feel something moving around.
Here, look.
Pump it up 3 times if you are sure, if you think that it's coming towards you. Difference between caution and danger.
Okay.
Look, I can create a symbol.
It's fine. Let's not overcomplicate this.
No, let's make it a bit simpler. Okay, well, I'm
I'll keep
going
watch while you
try to pick up this mushroom here.
Yep. So you guys go to acquire the mushroom. How do you guys do it?
But I think Charles would just take out his dagger, just grab the mushroom a little, cut it, and put it in a bag.
Do exactly that. Yes. Pull it out. A whole mushroom. Looks like a toadstool mushroom, in like shape, that kind of flat top. Yeah. So I'm going to move it from the map.
Okay, just make sign all good and move to this one. Just repeat.
Yeah, you repeat. You get a second one.
Okay.
We're so cautious. Gotta sneak up on these mushrooms.
It's not the mushrooms we're sneaking up on, it's the stuff that might be underneath them. I'm
Well, no,
repositioning myself so I get a good vantage of the area and can charge in if needed.
I mean, all looks good so far.
And once again, you're going to do this one?
Yeah, we'll do this one.
And in case it wasn't clear, we're establishing that you guys are sneaking to get these mushrooms, right? Light of foot?
Light of foot.
Yes.
Hey, why don't you give me a stealth check, actually, you two?
Okay.
Sneak up on them mushrooms.
Mushrooms are very perceptive. Very nice, very nice. Yep. Right, you can keep going.
I think we will do this one, then after go back.
Okay.
Awesome.
So get this one then? Next?
This one after, or yeah. And after the 3 on the left.
You can get this one and then this one and then...
Yes, this one after this one and
He's
Okay.
planning on doing a U-turn, which is a good idea.
This music is so fitting.
I'm the master.
It's quaint because we're gathering mushrooms, but
Yes.
they
Yes,
come out
and-
riding to
Not
us
even
immediately.
fishing, that's something that would require. Yeah.
Phoenix will be very pleased with the method of harvesting you're going for, because leaving it lets them regrow. Leaving the last bit by cutting instead of pulling.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even think of this, but yeah.
Phoenix is just
All right,
they're being nature conscious.
Oh,
As
Where's
you guys approach where you are at exactly, Daniel,
Yes.
what's your symbol for danger underneath you?
Fist up.
Yep, fist up for when you sense something. Pump it 3 times if you think it's coming towards you.
Yeah, you probably want to do that at this point.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
Oh.
I'm gonna like
Yeah, everyone roll for
look
initiative.
straight at them.
So as soon as you do that, as you guys are rolling for initiative, you were more focusing on the mushrooms and your friends and not at Nathan, because Daniel, as you're raising your fist up, Nathan is right there next to you, shoving you out of the way.
He is speedy.
Yes,
Ooh.
like it's a
And perceptive.
blink. Oh, your old initiatives were all there. Fuck, I didn't clear it out. Hold on one moment. I can fix this.
I still got a 6.
Yeah, they weren't. Those weren't the old initiatives. They were all cleared.
Yeah, these are what
Yeah,
we
it's
just rolled.
really- Yeah, it's
Is it?
new ones.
Yeah,
Oh,
I got
okay.
22.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, I see the old ones. Oh, I think I know why. Because of yeah, that makes sense.
How do you have a 0.1 initiative, Wilrick?
Oh, I add the
It's the
dexterity
tiebreaker.
tiebreaker. Yeah.
Okay.
I can see the other ones from the other pages as a DM.
You can see
1, 2,
everything.
3, 4, 5.
That's a mimic. I knew it. The mushroom's a mimic.
I think I'm missing someone's. Like Wilrick. Oh, Charles. I think I deleted yours, Charles. So I'll add you back real quick. Hold on. And then you rolled a 12. Okay.
Remember.
As you get yanked out of the way, coming up from the ground, is this pincered maw of a weird centipede.
I hate it.
Yep.
Mm.
And then Nathan looks at all of you and says, "Fucking run!"
Wait, is it that dangerous?
How big is it? Is it?
It is as big as Gwilrick. Still medium technically, but is a long
We
centipede.
did tell
Like it-
Nathan we would obey orders.
Wait a minute. Umbrellas.
Uh
I'm looking at the monster things real quick.
huh.
Bright green, gray, red, blue. Stronger than average creatures, mini bosses.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, he can fight.
Rarely will.
We're level 1, y'all. We're level 1. We're not ready for a mini boss.
Is Charles
Yeah.
still extracting, or
No, this is
Depends.
before he's able to extract that one.
Can we just
And,
pluck the
you know,
last two as you run?
The
As your
guy,
action and bonus
I
action?
will. I think I will try, but yeah, that would be like sleight of hand check, I think.
Nathan gets an order, turn order, but he's going to go. Well, he's actually participating, so
I love that it's named Weird Centipede.
Would Nathan?
I don't want to name its real name because it gives away a little something something. So
Would Nathan's theme include Spanish guitar or not?
21. Okay.
Gargantuar, the centipede of 1,000?
Daniel, you're faster than the veteran adventurer. So as he saves your life.
Sure.
So yeah, like I said, you just like he like, literally like basically clothesline you in the chest, shoves you out of the way as like your feet leave the ground. Pincers are grabbing right where you just were. If he did not shove you out of the way, you would have been grabbed.
If I move anywhere like away from it, is it an opportunity attack from the weird?
So you can
centipede?
use your action to do what's called a disengage, where nothing can do attack or opportunities against you.
I know that, but could I grab a mushroom as a bonus action, or would it take a full
No.
action?
It's an action.
we got most of the mushrooms that were out here. Just go.
Okay, I'm gonna. I could still move wall, so I'll go here because it's still its range.
Are you using your action to disengage? Make sure you specify.
As long as you don't
Yeah,
leave
can
threat
I-
range, you don't have to do that.
Yeah, like
So-
that's why I haven't left threat range. Anywhere adjacent
Oh.
to it is still its threat range, right?
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah, I'm gonna move here, but because if I disengage right where I'm at, it's gonna take longer. So I'll move 10 feet here around it, disengage as my
You-
action, and I have
20 feet left.
thank you.
Oh, 25 because you're a wood.
25, yeah. I will. Yep, I'll be right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
And yeah, that'll end my turn. Yeah, because we're running, right? We're not gonna actually try to fight this thing.
Fuck no.
Nathan says fucking
Our
run,
insurance
so.
policy guy just told us to fucking run. We're running.
All right.
I so badly want those mushrooms.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to, but
We
it takes
we
a
got
full
most
action.
of them here, you know.
I'm still trying to pick some of them.
Go, Charles. Let's go. Greed.
Like, I mean, I don't need to disengage, so I can go here and pick up some on the road.
Well, it's Nathan's turn. Nathan is going to pull out his shield and sword combo. The centipede is focused on Nathan because he is the biggest threat right now. And he just ruined his dinner, or breakfast actually, because of the time of day. So he is going to, hiss at Nathan. Nathan is going to stab forward at the centipede, and he's going to deal a little bit of damage to him. And then he's going to do like this spinning motion and bash the centipede, which centipede needs to make a save. Weirdly enough, the centipede saves, so centipede does not get forced to move, but he still takes a bit of damage, which is a flat 3. So, centipede gets thwacked a little bit, and Nathan's going to bonus action surge, and repeat. He's going to attack.
Action surge isn't a bonus action; it's just a
Oh,
thing.
well, okay, thank
It's
you.
free action.
Yeah, he would do that. Basically repeating the same thing. He can't miss, so he's going to deal this damage again, which the average is then. So, and then he's going to shield bash again, which Centipede needs to make a save. Centipede once again saves. Centipede does not resist, or he does not get thrashed to the side. But that's what Nathan does. Centipede is going to attack Nathan. He is going to bite Nathan. Just completely missing Nathan, just whiffing. And then the little tiny, he's going to rear up and go with all his little legs and rake at him with his claws. The first attack hitting, and he's going to deal some damage to Nathan, which tickles the big beefy man. So, Gwilric.
Yeah, I'm going to first go over to Dusty and frickin' fireman carry him as I head south, because I don't want to leave him to his own devices here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm dragging him with me.
Wait, so he's trying to drag me?
Yes, he's carrying you.
I'm slinging you over a shoulder
Can I
and
make an
taking you
acrobatics
with me.
check or a dex save to not do that?
Yeah, it can be competitive grapple. So athletics for Mr. Meaty Man, and then you can choose either acrobatics or athletics, Dusty.
9. Shit.
Yeah, no, he is picking
You
up.
are slung over my shoulder.
Wait!
Yeah.
No, we gotta help Nathan!
Caius. What you doing there, Caius?
Gonna go ahead and kind of stay back here, make sure everybody makes it out before leaving. I'm gonna ready an attack action just in case if the centipede gets within 5 feet of me, I'm gonna slash it.
Perfect. Good action. Charles, how greedy are you going to be?
Very much. Pick up these ones, but just at this point,
It's
just
quick.
plunk them out.
I will need a sleight of hand check from you.
Okay.
So panic by seeing this giant beast. Instead of slicing sideways, you kind of clip the edge, and you have half a handful of the edge of the mushroom, so you don't collect this one officially.
Mm.
And I'm assuming you're gonna keep running.
Yeah, after that, yeah, move 30 feet down.
I try to get the
Right.
one right here where we're at.
I mean, I can always like move one square, pick them, and move back after.
All right, is that your turn?
Yes.
Phoenix.
Phoenix is an idiot.
We established this.
We
Yes.
established this a long time ago. And he's going to move 15 feet forwards.
Mhm.
What's my range at? 35 feet. I will take my light crossbow and I'm gonna fire a shot at this weird centipede, calling out Nathan because he wants to help.
Okay, roll for attack.
Fuck!
That is going to unfortunately
I use my
miss.
inspiration. I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Okay. You got reroll. That hits.
Much better, yeah.
All right, and that will deal 5 piercing damage.
5 piercing damage it is.
Don't think I have any bonus actions I can use, so I think that will end my turn.
All right.
Unless this is a bonus.
Dusty, you are being fireman carried.
Let's go see something. Okay, I'm gonna make an acrobatics check to try to get out again.
That is your action.
Yeah.
Gwilrick, athletics.
Oh, come on!
Nope. He is keeping his friend safe. You have a bonus
Bear in
action.
mind, you move at half speed when you're carrying someone, when you're grappling.
Mechanically, yeah.
He's still within 60 feet. Nathan, kill that weird worm thing! I'm gonna inspire Nathan.
Wonderful.
That means technically I have to move back a bit because
No,
I
no.
was hoping that I. But
Yeah.
no, someone has to struggle.
Well,
He's not dead,
I can inspire people without getting into the dusty fray. I can help.
Daniel, Swiftfoot. What are you doing?
I'm gonna assist Nathan as well. How far am I at right here? 30.
Eldritch Blast. Eldritch Blast.
He's got a bow.
I do
you-
have a bow, and it
Mm.
hits a little bit better.
You will damage.
I'm an
we
idiot.
need.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. Sorry. That's
10 misses.
all right.
So, is that the rest? Is that your turn? You doing anything else?
I'm gonna move more back, like alongside Fennec.
Cool.
And end my turn there.
Right. Nathan's turn. He is going to do some slashing and bashing of fun times. And oh, good. The centipede finally gets bashed, so he can get pushed back 5 feet.
Okay.
Nathan's going to step here and continue his onslaught of get the fuck away from people. Centipede's going to make another strength save. And he fails again, so he gets pushed back. Nathan moves up. And that is that thing's turn. Doing 2 shield bashes in a row with 1 stab. Centipede's turn. Centipede's going to attack with a bite. Missing claw. 1 claw hits. Once again tickling the fighter. So, luckily he didn't need your inspiration, but it is appreciated. Wilrick. The centipede is visibly bloodied up. It is being fucked up by the shield bashing, the singular arrow, and the stabs from Nathan.
I unceremoniously dropped Dusty like a sack of potatoes because he's struggling too damn much, and apparently we're running for nothing.
Look, it's almost dead.
And I will. I'm gonna move up and ready in action to strike if, say, something else comes out of the ground, because that's the potential danger now.
Alrighty. Caius.
I'm gonna move up to next to Will where I can do the same thing.
Alrighty. Charles.
Just move slightly here to get a better line and just pulls out crossbow and fire it at the centipede.
Alrighty. Take a pot. Shot.
Perfect.
No, you miss. You miss horribly.
What's
So, is that the rest of your turn?
Yeah.
Alright.
Actually, it's Nathan. Like.
No. Sometimes I do that, but in this situation, nah.
DM did that and we killed 2 of our fucking horses once with 2 nat ones.
Ooh.
Oh.
Phoenix, is your turn to shoot your crossbow.
Can I shoot through, like, do you do shoot through allies, or do I have to
Yes,
move to
yes.
get line of sight? I can shoot through allies?
Yes.
Okay, because they can dodge the 5 feet. Okay, cool. I will
5
aim,
feet's fucking
take my...
huge. So,
Yeah, I'll take my aim against the centipede and fire another crossbow bolt,
go for it.
since that is more effective than produce flame.
That hits.
Alright. That'll do another 5 piercing. And is Nathan looking alright so far?
Nathan looks perfectly fine. Couple scratches on his armor, but he seems fine.
Okay, then I will end my turn.
Dusty.
Okay, I'm gonna move up, and doesn't look. I'm gonna vicious mockery it.
Sure. Is there a penalty to that if he can't understand you?
I don't believe so. It doesn't say it. Let me double check.
Okay. And it's a saving throw, right?
You unleash a string of insults, like subtle enhancements, and a creature you can see within range. If the target can hear you, though it need not understand you.
Cool. Is it a save or is it an attack?
It's a save.
What is it kind of?
DC
Wisdom
13
save.
wisdom save.
He fails. I whispered to myself, but he rolled a 1.
Okay, well he takes 2 damage and all of his attacks are disadvantaged next turn. And the insult is, you have a face only a sledgehammer could love. It has!
Daniel.
move up 5 feet and take another shot with the bow.
Go for it. That hits. Oh dear God, that's a lot of damage.
Thank you.
Cool. Nathan's turn. Full focus on the fight. He's going to attack his 3 attacks, and he would end up killing it. So, good job. It is dead. Combat is over. Combat ever really over? I don't think so. I think it's just pauses in between.
Life is combat.
And Nathan would, sheath his sword and kind of look at you guys. Well, you guys didn't fucking run very far.
We ran
We
enough,
stayed out of the way.
like we ran far enough back to help you.
Yeah, you were
You didn't say we had to keep
perfectly.
running. We ran 30 feet and we stopped.
We did
Yes.
run.
Come on, there are more mushrooms to pick up. As Charles just, get down and
Yeah, you go.
picks the last one.
Yeah, you get it. No roll or anything needed. You just get it.
I
I'm not
tried
gonna just
to.
leave you.
He says, "I had it myself." He says. He looks at his armor. He's like, "Man, he got all scratched up." But he's seems perfectly fine.
Given how quick that happened, I think we could have actually taken it.
No.
Nathan,
Everyone else in the group is just like,
It would have been difficult, but yes.
He says, "Do you
No.
think that?"
It's just, I don't know. Look,
He says-
I tried to leave here with an unwilling passenger, and then I look back and it's already half dead.
Yeah,
That's all
that's
I'm
because of
saying.
Nathan.
Willard, come here, Willard. Come here. Come here.
Look, I don't need you to make a patronizing point of me with a shitty nickname. I get it.
I called you Gwilrick.
I know, but I just get the feeling you're gonna tell me a shitty nickname.
It's a
Look,
lesson. Come here. I'll tell you why I told you to run.
okay, well, you don't need to patronizingly tell me to come there. Just say it.
Okay, fine. He would go to the centipede, and he would like pick it up, open its pincers, and take his shield and like break it off. As he does, his green sludge falls out of the pincer.
Poison?
Yes, this here is a regipede. I've fought a few of them before. I knew they were in the area. One bite, one little prick from these things, you're paralyzed. Can't move, fall to the ground, prone.
We'd be dead.
Slowly, over time, it would go to each of you and kill you, and then it would bring you down underground to its lair and feast upon you over time. So yes.
Well,
Okay.
at least when we go out, we'll be feeding the ground again.
For once in my life, I kind of agree with Dusty, but I do agree with Nathan here that thing would have destroyed us.
There's the reason why this was the bronze rank mission, but you guys did everything else correct. So good job. Gives a thumbs up.
I mean, what did we do wrong?
Actually, come here.
Oh,
If you guys waited a little bit longer until you're a bit more stronger, you probably would have been fine out here. Do I think you could have taken it, 6 of you? Probably. But you guys weren't able to detect it's under the ground, sadly. And almost got your friend there. He pokes at Daniel. So
Thank you.
can I
That's
collect?
why I'm here.
Can I collect some of the sludge in a flask?
No. Nathan says no. You don't get a reward for killing this beast, sadly.
Oh,
In that nature.
okay. Can I draw it?
You can draw it, sure. Yes.
I draw it so we know what it looks like for next time.
That's fine. But Nathan says, well, you got your mushrooms. Let's get out of here. Maybe we can find some wolves on our way back and leave this place.
Okay.
How does that sound? Cool.
We could go to the other forests looking for wolves if it's more suited to our capabilities.
Well, we're actually going to end the session a little early due to the fact that upcoming, killing the wolves and everything's going to take longer than 30 minutes.
Yeah.
So.
But we can continue here next time.
Yes, we will. I want to keep going. I know you guys have been having a lot of fun here. I can tell. But it's a good stopping point, I think, and is, like I said, it is 30 minutes early, but we went a little bit longer with RP and internet problems and everything than I expected, so it's all good. It's good stuff.
Just out of curiosity, would that halfling have been able to kill us, or was it just a guy?
Who knows? Maybe you'll encounter him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trials of Dick.
We will take South Dagger.
Dick is officially the big bad.
Oh yes.
The DM changes notes. It's not about the rifts. It's about Dickus.
What do you think's in the bag? The bag's a portable rift.
Dick is actually a villain who's trying to destroy the freaking convergence.
The bag of Dick is the ultimate dark artifact.
We're
Beware
going
the
to
bag
have
of
the
dicks.
It's the
drawn
bag
and quartered.
of dicks. It belongs to Dick. It's the bag of dicks.
Yeah.
Dick's bag.
Whew. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed today's session.
Yep.
A little less combative, a little bit more RP. I thought it was fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm just gonna make a child army.
So
Our party is very thorough. I would have